At the bottom of your screen, there's going to be a World of Warcraft bar. I know not everybody likes these World of Warcraft bars, but it's there. If you click on the number 1, it will fly open and it will reveal many bars all at once. It's like a little switchboard down there. On the left-hand side, there is a folder. If you click on the folder, a pop-up will appear called Macros Directory. There are some pretty useful macros for Pathfinder. The most useful one is going to be Basic Action Macro. So what you do is you select your mini, and then you click Basic Action Macro, and you drag them from your Macros directory over to your World of Warcraft hotbar. If you set them to numbers, you can use numbers on your keyboard to activate them. But if you use that macro, a dashboard will appear with all of the different actions in the game. Asterisk, not all of them, but most of the actions in the game. It will even tell you how good you are at those actions, and sometimes it will tell you if you're the best in the party at that action, which is pretty cool. And then if you click the action, you'll just do the action. So if Ketrin wanted to coerce, they would just click it, and then the little pop-up would appear, and they did not coerce. But you see that you don't have to go and find it on your character sheet. It's all just right there in that macro. It's very, very cool. Let's see. Another one that I think is useful for players that you should have access to. I think you have access to vision configuration. So this can help you if your vision is not working, or if you have taken some elixir or used an ability that changes your vision. You can use that to change it, which is cool. Let me see. Any others?
Oh, I need ownership of my token.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be good. There's also a refocus button, which I think just refills your focus points, which is kind of handy, because that could be a pain to remember. Focus points restore every 10 minutes. I don't know if anybody has focus points this time, but we'll see.
I do.
Okay. Let's see. Let me go to players and assign these characters real quick. So, Ketrin's going to Scarlet. There we go. Stack the deck. Go into Paid next. All right. Excellent. Let's see. Other things that would be useful there. We have an earn income button that like just throws up like the mini game for earning income if you decide to do that. There's not a tremendous amount of downtime in this campaign, so it's whatevs. There's also a set exploration activity, which is pretty cool. So whenever we go into exploration mode, you can click that to set your exploration activity. And I believe it'll pop up all the lists and it'll make the adjustments to your character as needed, which is pretty cool. There's a treat wounds macro. There's a rest for the night macro. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of useful macros in there. If you use an aura, there's an aura macro to help you with that. Flexible aura and then update aura radius are the two that you're going to be looking at if you're dealing with auras. There's also a whisper macro, so if you click it, you get a little interface and it shows you who's playing and lets you interact with them. Cool. I think that's all we need.
We have the treat wounds one.
The treat wounds one. You should have
Although it's
access
not maybe
to
just. I mean, I could just do it through basic action, I guess.
Yeah. So while you have yourself selected, treat wounds would show up on the basic action one. There's treat disease, treat poison, and treat wounds. Also, we do have token action HUD or whatever. So that thing with the words where you mouse over it and it appears. So all the same settings are there for that. We are using follow me, but we're also using token flip. So you will want to go over to your settings and you're going to want to set controls up for your hotkey for following and flipping. So F should flip you and Shift F should flip you. But if you want to auto follow someone, I have mine set to M in memory of mount up. So if you have that set, you'll just automatically follow someone. Very useful if you're going to sneak out and walk the dog, but you want everyone to think that you're still following them. This gnome on Tuesday nights in Abomination Vault pulls that shit all the time. It's terrible. So, anyways, let's see other stuff. I think we're good as far as mechanical stuff. I don't think I installed too many things that you need to worry about. I was gonna have the thing where you could like summon stuff from your character sheet, but it made it so you couldn't see the close button anymore on your character sheet, so I got rid of it. I guess I could turn off Path Muncher and turn that one on if anybody ends up with like summons that are a big deal, but should be fine for now. Let's see, what else? Okay, so now we're talking about the Session 0 stuff. All right, this is a crime drama game, but it is also a Pathfinder 2e game. So there is a great deal of combat, and they do find a way to sneak a lot of dungeons in to this Steampunk Cowboy crime drama. So just giving you a heads up on that. We are playing in a Steampunk Cowboy setting. There are guns. Critical hits in this game are not a joke. Critical hits from guns is like F for respect. So it's real bad. My intention is not to murder anyone outright, but it's going to be very touch and go, I think, especially for the bad guys, because you guys, a lot of you have guns. So like the coolest bad guy ever, you're like, yeah, we're gonna have a cool boss fight, and then you get like a gun crit, and it's like, well, that's the fight. Just giving you a heads up on that.
It's fine, Crash. I know that you're gonna kill me within the first like 10 minutes.
There's no like mythic actions and health bar refills as far as I can tell in Pathfinder 2e, so I can't pull a thing where you like blow a guy's head off and then like a robot head pops out and he keeps going. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We talked about macros. We talked about crime drama and Pathfinder. So Pathfinder 2e is very video gamey. Okay. You must accept that, internalize that, and use your suspension of disbelief on that, or you may struggle, as I did when I first started prepping this campaign and playing in Pathfinder. Everyone and everything has levels. Street Sweeper has a level. Like, everyone has a level. It's just for balance. It's just how it is. So this is a steampunk setting, and you're in a metropolis. So I don't have any shops set up. You could literally buy any common and uncommon thing you could think of in the city of Alkenstar. Rare items, you still have to try to track those down and find them. But common and uncommon, you should be able to track down no problem. At any given time, you can access, regular items of your level. You can find alchemical and firearm items up to 2 levels higher than yourselves. But magical items are always going to be 2 levels lower than yourself, minimum level 1. So nobody fucks around with magic in this campaign setting. So you'll never find like the good magical items like for sale here, because there's like a lot of like taxes and levies and all that you have to deal with because they hate magic so much. So just gonna keep that in mind. You guys are criminals by choice or by circumstance. I don't like playing with alignments. I know that Pathfinder 2e for a little bit longer has an alignment system. I just don't want you to be full-on psychopaths. Do you know what I'm saying? So kind of just keep that in mind. Ideally, you guys are heroic anti-heroes. Like Suicide Squad. Like King Shark. He ate those people, but he's still a sweetie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where we want to be at. The campaign does have a campaign timer, because I can't seem to choose a campaign that doesn't have a campaign timer. So that is going to keep the pacing moving forward constantly. If you are a type of character who wants to do crafting and whatnot, I am building in crafting in the background, essentially. So whenever you would level up, you would essentially get to do a week's worth of crafting. And if you are not a crafting person, you could do a week's worth of other downtime activity. and we'll assume that everyone in the city is doing various amounts of cocaine, caffeine, etc. So we assume that you're just doing it when other people in normal campaigns would be asleep, so that we can keep the pacing of the campaign going. But there are not going to be really any opportunities for you guys to just say, we're going to take 3 weeks off. Unfortunately, this is constantly moving forward with a campaign timer. So I am building that downtime into the background, and it will be affiliated with level ups. I'm allowing a full respec at level 5 if you find that you hate your build, hate your class, the whole deal. I will allow a full respec at level 5. So if you're hating life, don't suicide your character. Know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You will get to do a full respec at level 5. Let's see what else. Keeping it. Yeah. I want to keep it kind of loose. I'm gonna be honest. I've been playing Pathfinder 2E for about 30 weeks. I read the whole book on stream. You would think that by now I've completely internalized the rules for this game. I have not. So, like, there's going to be times where I might not make the best call for the situation, but I'm going to be trying my best. You guys, some of you, are new completely to the system, and that's okay. Conti in the Monday game, he's like, I'm just playing it like, whose line is Ziwi's, man? I'm just going to be like, I want to do this, and then you just tell me what dice to roll. That's fine too. Like, you don't have to play this game super optimally. You can learn as you go, and that's okay. And I want to point that out in case anybody here is going to get upset at other people who are not playing super optimally. You may advise if asked, but do not backseat drive anyone else as they learn the game. On that note as well, I do not mind some corrections to the rules, but try to keep the actuallys, in check, right? But like, if it's like, hey, yeah, use this check, and then you're like, well, what about this check? Because that's the raw. That's fine, right? But don't like sit on it either. Like, if it's really upsetting you that things are being called incorrectly or whatever, just point them out real quick. We'll reorient and we'll move forward. So just keep it loose. Understand that a lot of people are still learning the system. Also keep in mind that in my heart of hearts, I'm probably just a 5e DM for life. I'm a messy, sloppy guy. And Pathfinder is a beautifully well-tuned machine, a finely crafted clockwork device of precision and excellence, and I'm going to break it for sure. So just bear with me. I'll still try to make it a good campaign for you guys. I'm going to try to make this a fun campaign. Last thing I should mention, and we've talked about this numerous times on the Discord, this is in a setting with a wild magic, dead magic situation. So, casting spells, any spells, is going to be bad. All right, any spells is going to be bad. There is a D100 Wild Surge chart that is set up for Pathfinder rules, and I had Dr. Robin Zorro, a Pathfinder expert, meticulously go over all 100 items, and he said a lot of these will kill them instantly. And I said, all right, but they work in the rules, and he's like, absolutely. So we are as official as we're going to get on that wild magic table. That being said, if you guys, could be fun, just keep it in mind. All right, any questions about any of the stuff I discussed or other things before? Oh, wait, last thing. Triggers. So, triggers are not just my responsibility, they're the responsibility of everybody in the group. So, no one is allowed to play dying deer sounds. And if you are capable of vocalizing that sound, do not make that sound. It is not allowed. One of you is upset if a NPC surrenders, and then they are killed anyways. So just kind of keep that in mind, that if you're like, my character's so hard that they're going to kill someone even if they surrender, that's going to be very upsetting to one of your teammates. So if you could maybe not do that this campaign, that'd be great. If it's a counter trigger to you that you have to be a dickhead and kill everyone who surrenders, you should have put that on your survey. Let's see. Oh yes, we're gonna try to not abuse. We're gonna try to avoid animal abuse. That's a very common trigger, honestly. That being said, there are a lot of furries in Alkenstar. I don't know if that counts, but
Furries do not count.
All right, I will be abusing the hell out of the furries for sure. Okay, and I think that was it. Everyone else is like, we'll figure it out if I have one. So that's cool. All right, great. So do you guys have any questions for me before we get started?
I have a random mechanical question.
Okay.
I have a gun, and I thought I would have to buy bullets for my gun, but apparently I bought sling bullets. So
yes, you may swap them out.
what kind of bullets do I get?
So because Pathfinder land is very detail oriented, that's a good way to put it. I believe you have to have the right ammo for the right weapon. So you would need pistol ammo. And specifically clan pistol ammo. So I will throw some into your inventory, and you could add as much as you think you need.
Okay.
Because that's how loose we're keeping it. So. Also, I noticed a slight sliver on your hastily made token. I will fix that before next time. Next time. Okay. Any other questions before we?
Same thing. I think I have sling bullets. Well, I should probably have rifle bullets.
Okay, I will answer
so
rifle bullets.
Firearm ammunition brackets square 10 rounds. That's the ammo you're looking for.
Wow, nice.
Is it ammunition under consumables?
I have a folder called firearms that has all the different rounds in it. Is that not what we're?
That's just
I think I found
Guns
it.
of Gear, page 151.
Yeah,
I think it's just ammo as ammo.
It's labeled as rounds. If you search rounds, you'll find all of them.
All right, I've given you guys access to the firearms folder. So if you go over to the little briefcase at the top right of your screen, there should be a bunch of guns and ammo in there. And yeah.
Oh, I had a question. Are we aware? I should have asked this in the Discord a while ago, but are we aware of the nature of the wild magic surges? Like, oh, today's exploding dice day. Or...
Oh yeah. Actually, there are daily newspapers are put out that give you the forecasts of just how bad the wild surges are going to be. So that the whole city is built around the influence of these magical surges, which is why it was kind of a cowardly move on the writer's part to not make that a core part of the campaign. They made it if your GM's feeling adventurous, optional thing. And if there's anything that I feel, it's adventurous. So let's see. Oh, other things about firearms. You have to clean your firearms every day or they can misfire. So just keep that in mind. That is an hour a day, and during that hour you can clean 5 guns. And ammunition is made with the crafting skill, if you were curious how to make it. Officially, I believe there's a recipe for each type of ammo, but I would allow just the recipe for ammo to make any bullets, which is something that came up in my other game. So, not like special bullets, but like technically, IRL, different bullets are needed for different guns. And my assumption is based on the fact that the compendium has rounds for all the different guns. They felt the need to be that complex here as well. So we will honor their hard work of making that many different bullets. So you will need the right bullets for the right guns, but anyone that can craft basic bitch bullets can make any type of bullets. But this way you can't just reach into your friend's pocket, pull out, random bullets and throw it in your gun, essentially.
And you have to be trained in crafting. You even do that, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Let's see. I have it in my notes here. Hold on. Oh, you will also need a firearms cleaning kit to clean your guns. It costs 1 silver piece. I will add it to the firearms cleaning kit. I'll add it to the firearms folder if it was not already in there. I think it was already in there though. Let's see. Maybe nope. All right, so I'll go ahead and add that to. All right, and then let's see. Guns require hour cleaning. Craft ammo. Oh, sorry. To craft ammo, you must have the alchemy crafting feat. To craft ammo. Yeah.
I got that covered.
All right. Also, Alkenstar is a melting pot of Garundi, Kelishite, Mwangi, and Vudrani humans, dwarves, and gnomes. Those are the primary races that live here. But then there are heritages. But there are also many others because anyone that is interested in the sciences or doesn't want to get killed by Geb or Nex generally comes here to hang out. All right. Any other questions? No? All right. Throughout the campaign, you can always ask me before you do something. If you're unsure, you can say, would my character know this? That's generally a good way to kind of get a guidance of like where you're at in the city and what you would know in the city and who you would know in the city and all that. You do have your surveys that you filled out. So you have contacts within the city, lives within the city, that sort of thing. All right. With that out of the way and the explanations out of the way, I suppose we can go ahead and get started. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
All right, sweet.
Let's do it.
Okay, so one of the survey questions was, how did your characters come to join the Steampunk Suicide Squad? But I actually came up with a pretty good way of doing that, and so we're gonna have like this introductory scene that hopefully nobody dies during, and that will and that will give us a chance to explain how you all came to be a part of the Steampunk Suicide Squad.
I mean, it's always the beginning of Suicide Squad where one of the members dies just to show how serious that shit is.
Or the whole squad dies even in the second one, the remake of it.
That's true. That's true. Is it a remake? Do they count that as a remake, really?
It was a sequel, but like it was a loose sequel.
Yeah, we'll say it was a remake. That sounds good. All right, so let me bring you guys over. Well, I'll set the scene first. I'll set the scene. Let me get some music playing. All right. Okay. All right. Each of you has been either wrapped up in, framed for, or caught doing something incredibly illegal. Whether or not you're truly innocent or whether you are guilty of other crimes but innocent of the one you were accused of, each of you has been set up to take the fall for someone else, or you are being hunted for information that you may or may not actually have. The culprits are a local merchant mogul by the name of Ambrost Mugland. He is a foul-mouthed, well-connected halfling, and he controls most of the business interests of Smokeside, which is the more industrial, poorer district of Alkenstar. His illicit activities are almost always ignored by the shield marshals because his partner in crime is Deputy Angelique Lovelace. a half-elven gunslinger of rather famed repute. She is heartless, cruel, and the shield marshals working under her follow suit. So the combination of this crime boss and this corrupt police official, they made for a very bad situation and a very easy time of setting you guys up for the various falls. You had to go into hiding. You had to abandon your lives, and you weren't really sure what to do next. Scraping by, lowering your standards as necessary. However, eventually your luck ran out. Each of you was captured and rounded up by Muglin's goons or Lovelace's shield marshals, or some mercenaries that were hired to track you down, some bounty hunters who had no intention of actually turning you into the authorities, but handed you over to Muglin and Lovelace instead. Trussed up, tied up, knocked out. You guys were tossed into the back of a wagon with an iron cage. Tarp was thrown over it, and the Pachysaurus rode you guys right out of town. You remember that there was heat, that there was dry, stale air, that there was the static tingle of wild magic growing stronger and stronger, and through the gaps in the tarp over the cage, as you moved in and out of consciousness, you saw the spell-scarred desert wasteland of the Mana Waste. You were being taken out of the city, but for what purpose? Every now and then, the flap on the tarp was removed, and a small, mean-looking kobold with Coke bottle glasses would gas you in the face, and you guys would once again succumb to sleep. You awaken, groggy and restrained by ropes, in the wagon. It is night. It is the desert. And the Pachysaurus that was pulling the wagon is screaming in terror because you, the Pachysaurus, and the wagon are sinking into the desert sands. So that's where we'll start. All right. So, you guys are over here. This is the Pachysaurus. It's very upset. You're in some kind of swirling vortex of quicksand that is slowly but surely sucking you down into the sands. If you were not aware, quicksand in 5e is pretty bad, but quicksand in Pathfinder 2 might be even worse. Looking around in this dark desert night, you do see the flicker of torches. Looking over, you see Mugland astride a Mega Raptor, Deputy Lovelace, and Deputy Lovelace's two most trusted henchies, Shield Marshal Skidra and Shield Marshal Thorn. Vulture, you've had run-ins with Skidra before. Skidra put a black market bounty out on your head when she first found out you were operating out of town. She is a collector of rare antiquities and definitely wants to add you to her collection. So you and her have a tense history back and forth. She's also a big fan of showing people photographs of her children. She has a lot of kids. She's very proud of them. And then there's Shield Marshal Thorn, who is a gnoll, and he, despite his civilized demeanor, definitely honors the more feral traditions of the ancient gnolls. And it is said that his jaws can break a man's spine. They are so powerful. In the back, riding on a Triceratops, you see Boots. Boots is a mutated lizard folk who is Ambrose Muglin's right-hand man and muscle. He's not very bright, but he is very cruel, and he is very strong. Lovelace and Muglin and their entourage are watching as the wagon is slowly being sucked into the earth, noticing a bit of movement from the wagon. Muglin is going to call out to you and say, "Wakey, wakey, little cocksuckers! I see you're suddenly aware of your unique situation. Now, you might be looking around and asking yourself, how did I get here? Why am I in the manor waste? And what the God's name is this fucking whirlpool of sand?" As he says that, Boots behind him says, "Boss, I had similar questions. Yes, boss, why did we have to ride 10 hours into the desert and throw them into a pit when I could have just eaten them like I always do? You know I'm good at eating bodies." The shield marshals sigh, and Ambrose turns to Boots and says, "Boots, we've been over this. Okay? But I'll tell you one more time, all right? These folks, they need to go away, but they need to go away the right way, huh?" And as he says that, Lovelace says, "You don't want the people they care about to, I don't know, contact their dead spirits, trying to bring them back to life, find the bodies. No offense, Boots, I'm sure you're great at what you do. We needed something just to get them out of the way." And Muglin says, "Exactly. So, as you slowly sink into the desert sands, I'll explain it to you. We all know the manor wastes are full of mutants. Well, imagine my surprise and my interest when I learned of a certain mutant that sleeps beneath the sands, and it just waits for things to fall into its mouth. Yeah, you see where this is going, don't you? The thing about this creature is it's so massive, it's so ancient, it's so mutated, that when you're finally in there, there's apparently enzymes in its stomach that are gonna paralyze you. Even you, robot. Even you. And you'll just languish there, slowly being digested over, what was it, Lovelace? About 1,000 years. About 1,000 years! That's a real bad way to go. A real bad way to go. Yeah, you can go ahead and scream and shout, beg for mercy, whatever you need to do. Think about mistakes that were made, proposals that were shunned. He says, locking eyes with Bellinora. And then Shield Marshal Skedra says, "Well, boss, I'm gonna, I'm gonna ask one more time that you ask Mr. Muglin to accept my offer of 500 gold for the robot, please." And Lovelace shakes her head, and Shield Marshal Skedra looks sad.
Vulture is just kind of looking at the group as they're discussing amongst themselves, but his gaze, if you can even see some sort of eye line, is just laser focused on Muglin.
Oh, okay. Muglin sees you. He looks away from Bella and he sees you and he says, "Oh, it's the little robot sad about his cunt girlfriend. Well, don't worry about her. I'll take good care of her. There's plenty of people down in Geb always looking for fresh parts. Maybe I'll send her up to Nex. She could be a guinea pig. Or, I don't know, maybe we'll send her out to sea. There's some pirates that could use a bed warmer."
So Sydney is alive. Interesting. Well, you should have been a man and put a bullet through me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me an intimidation. The
Oh,
first roll of the campaign.
Gonna be great.
Stack the deck. I see you have a number of problems. Are you okay, or?
I don't know why I'm unconscious. Actually,
Everything's automated. You may have accidentally deleted all your hit points. So.
Okay. Okay.
You did.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
I'm expecting
Muglin.
karma's gonna come back for me.
Yeah, Muglin says, maybe you're right. And Loveless says, hey, don't worry. I got this one. And she rides up, she takes out her long gun, and she starts to take aim on Vulture. She seems confident that despite the quicksand, the cage bars, the night, and everything else, that she will easily make this shot and kill you.
This is where the karma comes back.
Right as she's
You did a
about
really
to,
good job.
right as she's about to take the shot, the earth begins to shake and rumble. The sand begins to drain faster, and you realize that if you were in a turn-based situation, you would have maybe till the end of like the third round, and then you guys would be sucked down this vortex into the desert mutant. You see erupting from the sand over this way is a massive desert centipede known as a Titan centipede.
Oh shit!
It lets out a hungry scree, and Loveless, who's about to pull the trigger, swivels, sees it, and goes ahead and takes the shot there instead. And then we will start initiative, I guess. We'll roll everybody in. Here we go.
Are we handcuffed or?
You're not handcuffed, but you are bound by rope. All right, so with a 30, she does hit the creature for 17 damage.
Yep, that would have taken me out.
And then everybody rolls into initiative.
That's exactly my hit points.
Also, we didn't have a recap or a fanspo this session because, we're just getting started. But next session we'll do all that stuff. But you guys should have your 2 hero points. If you do not have 2 hero points, you may add 2 hero points. To access the hero cards, you're going to go to your... Come on, brain.
Page.
Actions page, thank you, yes. And underneath strikes, there will be hero actions, and you should have the ability to draw hero cards. Hero cards essentially allow you to cheat, do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do.
Do you spend those in advance before you draw them, or do you draw them and spend them when you use them?
You could draw them at the beginning of the session because they're so case specific that like you kind of need to plan around using them. Yeah, there's some weird shit in there. Like sometimes they just won't work for you at all. and you'll just use your hero point normally. But sometimes they could be the most clutch thing in the entire world. So yeah. All right. With all that settled, let's see.
Where is it again? I'm sorry. I clearly
Oh,
wasn't listening.
so on your character sheet, there should be a
Mhm.
tab that has a Pac-Man on it. Looks like a little Pac-Man eating a pellet. That's your
Oh, yeah,
actions
there it
tab.
is.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Here it is.
You
All right.
wanna set at the top of your page 2 hero points before you click the button, so it gives you 2 of them.
Nice. So as an example, Ketrin got Aura of Protection. Play this after casting a spell from your spell slots. You surround yourself with an aura of residual magical power until the start of your next turn. You gain resistance to all damage equal to the level of the spell you just cast. So yeah, there's some of them are very specific, like you wouldn't be able to use them, and in that case, you know, it's just luck of the draw, essentially. All right, let's see. Let's roll in all these NPCs. I'm not gonna roll their mounts in. Let's see. And we got to roll this cutie in over here. There we go. Alrighty. So, starting things off, Field Marshal Thorn is up first, and he turns his attention away from you guys, and he looks over at the Titan Centipede, and he looks like he's thinking real hard about what to do next, and he says, well, boss, I think our work here's done. And she gives him a nod, and he's gonna nope out of there. So he's gonna spend 3 Apacamans to ride off into the sunset. All right. You would think that a Mega Raptor has a really good speed, but it has a 30, which is still somehow better than a normal person's speed. But like the 60 speed of 5e mounts is not to be found. But he starts riding off. All right. Play then passes to. Let's see. Yeah, play passes to Loveless. All right. Loveless says, "It's not too late. I can still put a bullet in that robot. Seems to have shaken you up pretty bad." When she says that, Muglin bristles, and he says, "I don't give a fuck about that robot. But yeah, we better get out of here." And she says, "All right," and she is going to start heading out. And I guess she would disappear into the night. All right, Skeedra looks longingly at you, Vulture, and she just says, "What could have been? Oh, well." And she's gonna head out. All right, play is gonna pass to the Titan Centipede. All right, the Titan Centipede doesn't want to mess with this. It doesn't want to be digested for 1,000 years. But he wouldn't mind eating some morsels. So he's going to start chasing after them. All right. So he's going to start moving, and then he disappears beneath the sand. And you see just this like moving wave of desert as he starts heading towards Muglin and his allies. All right, Muglin turns around. He takes one last look over his shoulder at you, Bella. Shakes his head remorsefully. And as he rides off, he says, "Hey, Bella, don't you worry none about your estate. Turns out Uncle Ambrose was on the will and testament.
He calls after him. Ambrose Muglin, you scoundrel! You won't get away with this.
And he shouts, "Looks like I already did!" And then you see Thorn say, "Wait, we're laughing?" And then he starts hyena laughing, and it carries hauntingly through the night.
See you real soon, Mugland.
Ketrin, you're up.
Okay,
Ketrin, you currently have your hands restrained behind your back. You're in an iron cage. The cage bars are tight enough that a tiny creature could attempt to squeeze through. But as mediums, you guys do not stand a chance. The dinosaur has pretty much just given up on life. Its eyes are wide with terror. It's frothing at the mouth. Boogies are running down its nose. It's just thrashing against the straps and the barding that are holding it in place. You anticipate at the end of round 3, you guys will sink beneath the sand. What do you do?
Am I restrained with like chains or handcuffs, or is it rope?
It is rope, yeah.
Okay, so first I want to try and just break free. Just brute force it. Because I'm bad. I have my adrenaline running. This is stupid.
All right, so they have something for that. It is called Force Open. So if you use your macro, there should be a Force Open. You are the best in the party. Oh, nice. Yeah. Congratulations. All right. Now, this is called MAP, which is a multi-attack penalty. It means it will count towards that type of action for the round. So every time you try this, there's diminishing returns. It gets 5 points harder to do each time.
Okay. All right. So I'll force open.
You know that the DC of these ropes is going to be a 20 to bust open. All right. So you guys watch this elderly dwarf. Oh, this is a great opportunity. Give us your establishing shot.
Oh, yeah. So Ketrin, you see Ketrin sitting in the corner. She has been just glaring during this whole conversation. She's just been glaring at Mugland and Lovelace, and occasionally just rolling her eyes, and just generally has the grumpiest frown. Like her face just is stuck in a frown, basically. And she is just like also occasionally growling. Like you get the sense that she's just very, very angry. But she's a very thick-set dwarven woman with white hair and lots of wrinkles, and she's wearing some really antique-style armor. Like looks really old, and like it kind of doesn't fit. Like her tummy kind of pokes out a little.
Relatable.
Yeah. But then she just says, "Well, this is some bullshit," and then just busts open those ropes.
Right. So as you bust open the ropes, you feel a presence in your heart that you haven't felt in years. You feel a strength, a purpose, a maternal guidance that you thought had left you forever. And in that moment, you gain the benefits of Bless.
Ooh.
Which would extend out of you, because Bless is kind of interesting in this particular game. I will post it into chat.
And as this happens, you will see the expression on Ketrin's face soften a bit as she looks at each of you in turn, and you realize that she will not, under any circumstances, leave you behind. Now, let's see. I guess I gotta look around and find where the door to this cage is, whether it's in the front or in the back. and what kind of lock it's got on it.
All right, so it is in the back, and it does seem to be a very decent lock. In Pathfinder, locks often take multiple checks to open all the way. This looks like it is going to be a 3 checks to success lock.
I'm gonna yell out, "Are any of you any good at picking locks?"
Stack the deck yawns, and he's like,
Oh wait! It's also at this point I should mention. You have your clothes, but your weapons and equipment and valuables seem to be taken. Do not delete them from your character sheet. This is just storytelling stuff. Please don't delete them from your character sheet. But you only are wearing like your clothes and armor. You don't have any of your weapons, your special doodads, any of that. If you wanted to have used a stealth to say, I always have this thing stealthed on my person, you could do so at the beginning of your turn, and then we'll roll a check versus the perception of Muglin's crew, and if they didn't notice it, you would still have it on you. It's also worth mentioning that each of you started the campaign, and I didn't pull a Dom and have you actually pick this out ahead of time and then break your heart when I took it from you. Each of you had something very nice on you, the equivalent of like a 4th level magical item or alchemical item or something. Something really nice on you. Something very sentimental to you, perhaps. They have taken those things as well. As well as all the other things they've done to you, they also took your very nice thing. You have time to figure out what that very nice thing is, but for now we're just going to call it your very nice thing.
Whatever it was nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Just another reason to kill Muglin.
Your father's gun, your mother's locket, a ring of protection, whatever it was, they fucking took it from you, along with all the other stuff. All right, so Ketrin, you do determine that it's a pretty fucking tough lock, and as you ask that, you see that the others are all tied up, so they can't even check to see if they've got their picks on it or anything. So you have two more pack commands.
Okay. I just sigh, and I'm gonna start untying. I will start with this kiddo next to me.
All right. It looks like Muglin's crew, they really into rope play. So I'm gonna need either I believe it's a thievery, or you could just try to force it open again.
Okay. I guess I'll just do force open because I do not believe in the picking of locks, so I never learned that skill.
So you never learned knots either, apparently. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Ugh.
Okay. With the map penalty, you're trying to pull these out, and you just feel like the ropes are tightening even more. Who are you trying to free?
Ow.
Discretion.
Oh yeah, so discretion. Yeah. All this lady is doing is just tightening the knots. It feels bad. All right, you got one more action.
I'm sorry, kiddo. I'm no good with these damn knots. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna look at this pachyderm and I'm gonna say, "Sweetheart, you gotta pull. I know it's hard and I know you're scared, but you gotta pull, okay? I believe in you."
This would be a nature check.
Okay. That is also something I don't have. So, okay.
You're still allowed to attempt it. It doesn't have a map penalty.
Okay, I will.
This is for commanding an animal.
Oh, I'm going to command an animal. Okay.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, they have that in there too. Man. Oh, okay. When you give your very maternal, very matronly words to the self-effacing Pachyosaurus, he calms down. His eyes, they focus again, and he gives a little grunt. He's gonna try. So on his turn, you may tell him what to do with one of his pack commands.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, and that's it.
Yeah. Now
That
there's
will be
like
my turn.
official like sub rules for this, but I mean you could just say pull, and that'll definitely count as a command that it knows. So
Yeah.
All right. Play then passes to Bellinora the Savvy. What is the establishing shot of Bellinora the Savvy?
So she had just retorted to Muglin, so she's standing kind of facing the cage, and you see a halfling of clearly a freak descent. She stands at about 3 feet tall, at about, weighing just like 35 pounds, and she has skin that's ashen gray, like smoldering embers. At this time of night, you can kind of see a red glow that emanates from within. And when the light shines on her, it returns to more of a plain ashen gray. And then she's accented with these like runic markings that are in Ignan, and they kind of glow with the same embery light that kind of emanates from within her. She let's see. She has a very piercing gaze from these burning ember eyes that moves in constant analysis of her environment, and her hair kind of flows, starting black at the root and becomes living flames at the end. And as she was addressing Muglin, she's kind of in like this hyped up fire mode where like her hair bristles a little extra and the things glow. But then she realizes the severity of the situation. Everything kind of mutes back down. And then she wears a long coat over fine clothes, and on her side a holster where a pistol would be, and bandoliers were empty and devoid of potions. But anyway, so from here, she's gonna kind of take a collection. She's tied up. I don't think I have what it takes to break free of ropes. Very weak. But can I try to roll the stealth check to say I snuck something in here?
Yes. Yep.
So I'd like to try to play off that I have like a bobby pin in my hair, keeping it together, that kind of functions as a multi-tool that maybe could be an improvised pick if we lock pick if we needed one.
Okay.
And I try to like get it close to stack the deck and like try and make my hair and make it obvious to him. And let's see what I can do, which I don't think is much.
So they had so Thorn checked everybody for hidden stuff. His passive perception is a 20. So you're trying to beat a 20.
Okay, and that's a stealth roll? Is that sneak or?
That is actually a stealth roll to hide something on your person.
Okay, I'm trying to find that in the actions macro. Sense, sequence repair, subsist. Take, subsist. I don't see stealth on here. I'm gonna go to my character sheet. Sorry, it's maybe in the actions.
I mean, it would be under skills. You could just roll a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's called conceal. Oh, sorry. It's called conceal an object.
Okay.
Yep. So it would be on the macro. Yeah.
Okay.
It is a single Pac-Man. Manipulate secret skill. Yep.
Here it comes. I can't even see it because the thing.
Ooh. Okay. So, yeah. So when you went to conceal it, or you had it concealed just in case, as you were being checked over, Shield Marshal Thorn in this amazing flashback, grabs you by the chin, very harsh. You could feel his claws kind of digging into the flesh, and he kind of moves your head as he's examining it, and then very delicately with his other hand, he takes his two claws and he just pulls the very long hairpin out, and he says, well, I'll be taking that. And you were so yeah. When you kind of come to and feel like the bump on the back of your head, you kind of remember like, shit, he took that. So,
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I guess I'm gonna try to get free then, if that's
Okay.
if
So you
I've
still have
any-
three. So yeah, you still have 3 Pac-Mans. So you could try to get free.
Is it just force open as my only option, or do I have a dexterity option?
I believe there is for. Gosh, is it under acrobatics? See, balance, tumble through. No. Let's see. Hold on.
Dom in chat is saying escape.
Escape. Thank you. Yep. So escape uses the best of your I believe acrobatics or athletics. So that's why it won't display a number. It'll just say highest when you mouse over it.
Okay.
And that is also map. So.
All right. Well,
It is
says-
affected by blast because all of these things are attacks.
Correct. So you will have a +1 to this.
says I have a -5, I think. Oh no, I have a +6 to this roll. Cool. All right.
Hey, there you go. All right. So you slip free of the bindings.
Okay, great.
You have 2 Pac-Mans left.
I'm gonna go over to where they're looking at the lock and try to offer any help I can. I don't know how locks work in this game. I have crafting. Maybe is there a way I can offer the help action in some way? Because I feel like I'm not the person to actually pick the lock.
Yes, so the help action default is kind of rough at low level, but essentially, you roll the check. If you would have succeeded, you give a +1 to the person trying to do it, which is a little weird. But, you know, if the other person has a much better bonus, I guess it could be beneficial. So yeah, you could do that. Also, help action. It's really rough, guys. You spend an action to say that you're gonna use the help action, but then you wait and you have to use your reaction as well to trigger it, and then you roll the check. And if you get a good roll, they get a +1. If you get a great roll, they get a +2. But if you do badly, they end up with a penalty.
It's the
yeah.
8 action, DC 20.
Yeah, 8 action. Yep.
Okay,
Now it's normally a DC 20 minimum, but or just, you know, always a DC 20. But I have it as it's a DC 20 or the DC of the challenge, whichever is lower. Just because I want low level people to be encouraged to try to help each other, and having it always be a 20 is pretty punishing for low levels. So.
So I guess what I do with the rest of my turn is I turn to Stack the Deck and ask him if he has the tools he needs for this, and maybe I don't know if this is possible. I'm sure there's a feat for this in game. I would just say like hold an action to try to craft an improvised lockpick if he doesn't have one. Like maybe pull a nail out of the cart and try to bend it in the right shape or just something like that.
I love where your head's at, and that's amazing. And because this is our session 0 intro scene, I would definitely allow it. But in the honor of Pathfinder, I will tell you there's an actual feat for like rapid crafting or whatever.
I'm sure.
But yeah, dire times, dire situations, that kind of thing.
I'll probably take that at some point. So it'll just
what you could do is you could do a recall knowledge on the cart if you wanted to. So that would be a hidden crafting check.
I've clicked. Oh, yeah. Let's see. If I click recall knowledge, it's not giving me anything. So I'm just gonna go to craft. And
does it show you the results or no?
Yeah, it has been. So I'm gonna roll private GM, and then craft.
No, you want it to be blind so you don't see it.
Oh.
Yep. So all the recall knowledges are gonna be blind, and you may receive misinformation.
Oh, this is weird. I opened the craft thing. I selected that, and it's asking me to drag an item.
No.
And drag that over. No, that didn't work.
So you can't use this action macro for every part of your life. You may have to actually go to your character sheet for some of it.
Okay. Okay, there's that, and then the skills are over here, I think. Yep. And then crafting. Society. It's one of my +7s. There it is. Cool.
All right. So you look around the cart, and a couple of things become apparent. One, it's pretty well built. Reinforced tires to help it with passage through the desert. The straps holding the dinosaur are very well built. The lock is real nice. You are looking at DC 17, 3 successes to open, with 2 critical failures jamming the lock. So just keep that in mind. You realize that the bars, the door, the lock, everything that could be smashed open. It could be forced open, but it's a 25 to force them open. However, with your very good crafting recall knowledge, you realize that the floor of the wagon is not a metal cage. It's a wooden wagon, which is a lot weaker. That could be forced open with a DC 20. However, below the wagon is just a swirling vortex of quicksand.
True, but everything around us is a swirling vortex of
Mhm,
quicksand, so...
Yep.
Yeah, I would make that knowledge known to the group. I'd say our quickest path out is down.
Okay.
And, is that all my action economy? I can just call it
Yeah, sure. We'll pass to Boots. All right. Boots shouts into the night. Wait, why don't we fight it? We could eat it, and then we could have a barbecue while we wait for them to get eaten by the guys. Oh, everybody left again. All right, so he and his Triceratops begin to ride off, and comically, as if he is a comic relief character, his tail is happily swishing back and forth, and it knocks a bundle off the back of his Triceratops. The bundle seems pretty important, it's like it's all your fucking equipment. And then he rides off. All right. What you want Packy Sword to do on the beginning of his turn?
Pull,
Pull.
escape, leave.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Well, this dinosaur's trained in athletics, unlike those 5th edition dinosaurs. So he's going to go ahead and roll. He gets a +1 because he is blessed. There we go. Oh, baby. All right. So. All right. So how quicksand normally works, if you were wondering, is once you are caught by it, it starts sucking you in. It is a DC 20 athletics to swim, which swimming in this game is terrible, to escape. If you don't, you get submerged up to the waist, and if you critically fail, you get pulled below the surface, which is really bad. He did well, almost one away from a critical success. So he is going to move half his movement out of here. So he'll bring to there, and then you guys would go with him. And the wagon would go as well.
Cage.
Yeah. Listen,
multiple layers, multi-layers.
listen. Bailey Wiki's available if you want Bailey Wiki to run your games. Okay. Anyways, all right. So that is his first action. And then let's see. He came to athletics check. If submerged, all right. He's gonna try again, but he's got map this time. So, does it auto-calculate NPC map? I guess I'm gonna find out. Otherwise, I'll subtract 5. It looks like I have to subtract 5 from it. Okay. So, there we go. Ooh, yeah, okay. He's not able to do it. And then, you know what? He'll just try again, just for shits and giggles. This is just with a -9, so I don't have to add the bonuses myself. I'll use my human brain to figure it out. So with a -9, he does not make it. But he did make progress, which is good. Vulture, to you.
All right. He's going to see, because he had, with his time with his friends, realized a couple of things about himself. Secret compartments built into his forearms. He's going to try and see if he still has his dagger on him.
Ooh, okay.
So
all right. Now, is this a flavor thing for hiding on your person, or is this a mechanical thing?
I think this is flavor, because I'm not sure if there is a mechanical thing, but I'm
okay.
just flavoring it that he has like.
Yeah. That sounds cool. Okay, so give me that stealth DC 20 to beat Thorn's watchful gaze and snoot.
And this would be conceal object, correct?
Yes, conceal object.
All right, here we go. Modifier. Right.
Oof. Okay. So as Thorn is examining everybody for hidden objects, he says, "Not much to you, is there? and he starts to walk away, and then Skeedra, who's nearby, says, "He might have some secret compartments. I'll check him real good." She proceeds to push all of your buttons, pry at all of your panels, and reveal your innermost workings. It is a terrible process. So you don't have your dagger on you.
Ah, all right.
All right.
Well then, did that take any of my?
Remember, though, you guys do have hero points that can be used to do re-rolls. So just kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah, screw it. I don't like that nat one. Fuck.
Okay. So
That's
this isn't your action economy. This is just going back in time. So
Yeah.
but yeah, go ahead and you should be able to right click and
Yep.
re-roll. All right. Ooh, that's pretty close. But I guess Thorn would have kind of detected the hidden panel. You got a 19 when you needed a 20. So you thought you had it, and then he did check everywhere essentially.
Well, if you don't make it out of this, it's no point to this character. Succeed
So
at a
you do-
cost.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. The first succeeded of costs. Okay. Oh man, I'm so nervous. Here we go.
I am too.
All right. So since this is happening back in time, but it's also happening right now, we will make this apply right now. So, let's see. Shot your foot. -5 circumstances to your penalty. Overexertion. Side effect. Ooh. Okay. So what we'll do is, Vulture, you're sure that it's there, but they gave you more of a beating than the others because you know how people treat robots. So you're starting this round stunned 2. All right. So you would only have 1 action to work with this turn, but you do have your dagger.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So then I'm going to use that dagger to try and just cut myself out of these ropes.
Okay.
Would that just be an attack roll?
Let's see. Your hands specifically are bound, so I don't know if having the dagger would help with this. You might still just need to do an escape.
Okay, then I'll
But
just do
the
this.
dagger could maybe be used as an improvised lockpick if needed.
All right.
Yeah. So give me an escape.
And, this will be with the circumstance. 23.
All right. 23 is enough. You're able to slip free. As you do, your arm panel could open and pop the dagger out into your hand, which I know is an entire Pac-Man, but whatever. So give me an establishing shot.
All right. What everyone would see is a, I guess maybe a little bit hunched over, you would probably say about a 6 foot tall automaton, but that's dressed up in people clothing. Wearing kind of like a dress shirt, some dress pants. I guess he doesn't have his ammo bandoliers on him. But he does have his kind of duster cloak around him. His feathered cap with a feather on it. Though over his face seems to be kind of like a plague doctor's mask. That's mostly kind of covering up his facial features. So either it could just be a person in armor, but you've been hearing all these people just calling him a robot, so you pretty much assume he's automaton. But yeah, once he kind of has slipped himself out of those ropes, he kind of like bangs on his forearm a little bit, and a compartment pops open, and he'll kind of just like look around.
All right.
If someone needs to unlock, you can use this.
All right. So stunned would go down by 1, so I'll right click it. There you go. Okay.
I believe the
Discretion. You're
way
up.
it would
Oh.
work is just you lose the stun at the start of your turn, but you lose as many actions as you were.
Oh,
stunned.
right. Okay, so stun will be gone. Excellent. All right, discretion. You're up.
Right. Well, I too would like to hide an item, but not one that would necessarily be useful.
Okay.
I have a little red ribbon
Okay.
around my neck, which is a massive waste of gold, but I'm gonna try and preserve it.
Okay.
Stealth.
Go and give me a DC 20 stealth. All right. It is still it is still hidden on your person.
Right, so I have a change of clothes should things go down. Good. Good. I will try and slip my bonds. So, escape.
All right.
It was escape. I guess it would be after D and before F.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah. The Titan ropes are very hard to get out of. They squeeze it real painfully.
Well, I will use one of my hero points
Okay.
to reroll because I didn't like the cards, so I'm just gonna burn it as a hero point instead.
Oh.
For God's sake.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid
Join
of one
the
and
club.
shoot.
Join the club.
I'll just keep trying.
Okay.
I don't know if I can succeed without. I'll do it. I'll try anyway.
All right. Go for it.
Nope, I want the MAP version, which is here.
Nice.
Pretty close. Mm.
Join the
So
club.
we're succeeding at a cost.
Hey.
Oh, nice. All right. Let's see what you got. All right, hand it over unless you succeed a reflex save. Your target gains position your weapon, your weapons, blah blah. You kick a cloud of dust, becoming blinded. You know what? That makes the most sense. So as you are struggling to get free, you kind of brace yourself against the side of the cage, and your forehead's against the bars. You're concentrating, and then just a big blast of quicksand comes in through the bars right into your eyes. So you are blinded until the end of your next turn.
That's my second action.
All right.
Then I am free.
You are free, so you have one Pac-Man left.
So that would be a good time for an establishing shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'd see someone that you may or may not have recognized as just being a barmaid in one of the local saloons. Generally viewed as very pleasant to have serve you, but also very slow because she tends to pry with questions instead of giving you your actual whiskey. And she would say to herself, came into this world in the manor wastes. Suppose it's appropriate that I would end here, but not today. Now I'm gonna change shape.
Oh, okay. So you should have a shifting token.
Yeah, so I explored it earlier. So now we can have second establishing shot. A dragon in a very enclosed cage is being like, let me out of here.
Oh, so what is
Very
your transformation sequence like? We had discussed like the whole werewolf like clothing situation.
So the
Yeah.
clothes are just ruined now.
Oh, okay.
As my form shifts and erupts outwards. I'm not much bigger, but different shapes.
Okay.
As a very nimble looking dragon, but also a very fragile looking one. Looks like the claws and wings could disembowel you, but also a maul hit to the chest might just kill you.
Fine. And what color are the scales?
Oh yes, much like the humanoid forms, amber scales on the skin and the eye color. This is a amber dragon.
All right. Stack the deck. You your very special somebody, Boomer, works
Mhm.
on the same property as the Bullet and Barrel saloon, and this is the bartender from that saloon. So you have met them many times.
Oh, but I would know that they are a dragon.
No.
You would
Okay,
not know that they're a dragon. So this is new. This is new.
Oh, that is just like some sort of illusion, or oh wait,
Yeah.
that's you're
Sure.
you're a dragon. At it. Whew. And you learn something new every day.
I just
Learn
shake my
how
head
to
and
get us
say,
out
it
of here."
takes all kinds.
There you go. It does take all time. So that makes for a good transition from the camera going from this transformation over to Stack the Deck. So what is the establishing shot for Stack the Deck?
Oh, so Stack the Deck, he is like fishing in his pockets because I wanted to ask, instead of doing a conceal object, if I could steal the lockpick that I forgot his name.
Thorn?
That Thorn confiscated.
Implying that he was going down the row, and much like this initiative order, you were the last person to get checked.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty clever. Okay. So yeah, you watched, as one does when they are good at cards, your opponent, and you do see that as he's finding things, he's pocketing them. So as he approaches you, and he's kind of checking you for goods, what is your play to kind of?
Oh
Pick
no!
the-
So I see that he's got like the lockpick in his back pocket, and as a like serial personizer, he like pats him on like the butt, like in a very like sultry manner, and attempts to palm or steal the lockpick back. It's
All right, so as this guy has finished roughing you up, taking all your stuff, and
he's
is
like,
getting ready
buy
to,
me dinner
is
first.
getting ready to tie you up, you're gonna try to flirt slash rob him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna need 2 checks here in this flashback of a flashback. So the first one is gonna be whatever the Pathfinder equivalent is for deception.
Steal.
I think it's
Deception. Okay.
Yeah,
Gonna
you gotta
lie.
you're gonna throw him off his game with your flirting and stuff. I don't think they have a straight up flirting skill, so let's see.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this ain't BG3. They don't got enough horny rules. All right.
Dom is saying
So
that
go
you
ahead.
have lie.
I have lie.
Oh yeah, give me a lie. Lie will be you basically trying to schmooze him and distract him. Your success on this will determine how easy it is for you to steal from him. He as you go to flirt with him, he just says, "I'm not into cats."
Oh.
Yeah, and you may now attempt a normal steal, but it will be against his DC 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So as you go for the bottom pat anyways, he kind of grabs at your wrist in because you did fail unless
I
dot, dot, dot,
go-
dot, dot. Yeah, all right.
Go for the reroll. I'll burn a card for the reroll.
All right. So you're going to reroll the hero point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here you go. All right. So with your reroll, your private reroll, you did succeed. So he's so kind of like put out that you would even try to flirt with him when he's at work. That sort of, I guess, serves as a distraction. You grab it, you palm it, and then as you are tied up, since he's already checked you for stuff, he doesn't check you again. So you now have the hairpin lockpick. All right. So fast forwarding to the present, was there anything else from discretion? I think you were still at 2
that was
Pac-Man.
3 actions.
I was 3 actions. Okay. So Stack, what do you do?
All right, so yeah, Stack, like he's fiddling with a like a cigarette or a cigar in his mouth. He kind of produces the long lockpick. It's like, and he motions to Bella and it's like, I believe you lost this, miss. And he pops it up like in his like jaw, and then he will attempt to use. Can I use the gouging claw cantrip to cut
And
these?
Did you get freed from the ropes yet? Did somebody free you from the ropes?
No one has freed me from the ropes yet.
All right, so you gotta pass that first.
Yeah.
So
Can I
yeah, so the lockpick is bound. You palmed it, and then your hands got tied together. So it's like in your hands, but also bound up in the rope.
Right. Can I
You will
use
need to get rid
the
of that.
gouging claw cantrip to rip these ropes?
Let me see. Gouging claw. You're gonna cast a spell in the mana waste? Oh baby. All right. You temporarily morph your limb into a clawed appendage, or make a melee attack. Make a melee attack roll against your target's AC. Yeah. So you could do that to attack the ropes.
Heh. Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. He doesn't care.
All right. So I got the stats for ropes right here. Okay. So as you go to do that, go ahead and give me a flat check against the chance of causing wild magic.
What do I roll for that?
Flat check is just a D20. Anytime Pathfinder asks you for it, it's a D20. You want a high number. All right, so an 18 does not cause a wild surge. All right, go ahead and give me your gouging claw attack against the. You probably want to do slashing against the ropes. All right, give me that damage. All right, let's see. That is 5. You do start slicing through the ropes. You get past its hardness, which is essentially the damage threshold. And you start sawing away, but they used a lot of heavy industrial ropes here to tie you up. You hear them, the fibers kind of snapping and popping as you start sawing through, but did not go all the way. How long does it stay in effect for you? Just for one
It is
attack? Oh no. Okay, so you have a second, or you have one more Pac-Man left. It would be map, but you could try to escape now, and I would say it has a lower DC because you haven't even taken the ropes to their bloodied value, because items have a bloodied value in this, but you did damage them.
Okay. Sure. I'll do. So it's just the skill to escape.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Oh, is that the -5? Okay.
Yep. All right, so you slash the ropes. They are many of them are cut and coming loose, but as you try to wriggle free of the ropes, you find you are still bound. Maybe he tied you up extra tight because you tried to grab his butt.
Well, who's up next?
It's static initiative, so it's going to go to the baddies, but the next player to go is going to be Ketrin.
Ketrin. See, he knocks his shoulder over to Ketrin, and it's like, I got a lockpick over here. If you could produce it, I'm pretty good at it, but hands. And he ends his turn.
All right, Ketrin, you do see a lockpick kind of wedged in there between his wrist in the fraying rope. So play will then pass into the next round, and I'm gonna remove all of the bad guys from the initiative tracker. And the Titan centipede rises up out of the sand. It lets out another scream, sprays acid everywhere from its mouth dramatically, rushes forward, leaps into the air, and then dives back down into the sand, which is majestic and horrifying. And it is going to chase them down off map. All right. So round 2, Ketrin, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm not much good with my hands, so I'll see if I can break these ropes for you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and force open Stack the Deck's ropes.
Okay. All right, the DC is going
And
to be
actu-
lower because of the damage that was
Mhm.
dealt to them.
Okay.
Yeah, that will do it. You were able to, with the tear the rest of the damaged ropes apart.
There we go. I'm gonna look back at discretion and say I'm sorry again, honey. I didn't mean to hurt your wrists like that. And I am going to then do do the same thing again. Try and command the animal.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell our pachyderm that you did so good, honey. You did real good there. We just gotta keep going, okay? We just gotta keep going.
All right, give me a nature, aka a control beast, control animal, command animal. There we go. I'll learn all these terms for sure. All right, that is enough to command it. So it is going to keep going. Ooh, actually, 15. No, sorry, it is actually a 17 to control this animal. So as
Okay.
you go to talk at him, you can see that he had a good turn last round, but he's starting to sink into the sand, and it just seems so far, so insurmountably far. You don't know if he's going to be able to make it without encouragement. You have one more Pac-Man left.
Well, I'm gonna use one of my hero points then.
Ooh, okay. To reroll it?
Yeah, to
All right.
reroll it. Let's see.
So in this, you should be able to right-click on it in chat, and there should be an option that
Mhm.
says reroll with a hero point.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there it is.
Mhm.
Ooh, yay!
Nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So with that, you rolled a 15 plus 7, so 22. Yeah. So he grunts again. His eyes refocus. His breathing regulates a little bit, and he hunkers down and prepares to try to climb out. Okay. You have one more
Okay.
Pac-Man.
I have one more, and I'm gonna look at Bellanora and say, "You really think it's a good idea to break this floor? Well, okay." And I'm gonna jump.
Oh, and then like bring all your weight down on it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. All right, so give me a force open.
Okay, and with a -5 this time.
I don't think you did anything else that would
I did the
require it.
force open on.
Oh yeah. So this would be
yeah.
-5. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Oof. So 18. You jump up and you come down hard on the wagon floor. You hear a slight crack in the wood, but it does not break.
Okay. I mean, I maybe didn't want it to break right then.
Okay. All right. Play would pass to Bellanora.
Okay. By doing this animal handling check, we've gained control of one of its action initiatives. Is there any benefit to trying to do that again? Can we gain more control over its action economy, or is it kind of like it's already controlled?
I'm gonna say in this instance, a single command to get out of here and just basically refocus its attention is all that's required.
Okay.
However, if you wanted to do like a help action, so you get next to it, and then when it goes to try to escape, I would say that another nature to command animal could provide it the same benefits of like a help action.
I would definitely like to do that. Unless, is anyone still bound up? Are we untied?
I believe everyone is now free.
All right, then I'm going to hold my action to do that. pretty unnerved
Okay.
to know that.
So one Pac-Man to move close,
Yep.
and then one Pac-Man to announce that you're going to ready in action. So you get one Pac-Man left.
Okay. I am going to. I have the ability to quick make alchemical components. I don't know if I can do that now that without my gear. I don't know.
What are you trying to make exactly?
I just got to make like an alchemist fire to throw back at this thing if need be.
Okay, so
Actually, I'll take it back. I'll make a healing potion.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that the I would allow the alchemist fire because this creature is very scared. So as it is straining and trying to escape, it is just rocketing dino turds out of its cloaca.
Okay.
So using that, some of your own spit and saliva, and just a few other just little things you got laying around MacGyver style, I would say that you could then fashion its turd into a alchemist fire.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
And then I do that, and then I do the held action. That's my turn.
Okay.
Which I think just brings us to the Pachyosaur. So
all right. So go ahead and give me that command an animal. The DC is a 20 because that's what he's gotta get over. So.
And it's a little unnerving that it's letting me know I'm the best in the party at this at +3. So here we go.
Everybody's level 1. It's okay. All right. See, I don't believe there's a penalty for failing, but for critically failing. And since you didn't critically fail, you just don't help him any. Like
okay.
it knows what it's trying to do. It's trying to get out of here. All right. So here we go. It's going to do an athletics. This is against a 20. It has a +1 because of the bless. We just don't want to fail because then it'll get sucked back in. Oh no, amazing. All right. So it goes and it moves another 15 feet up. All right, and then all of you would move up. The cart would move up. So beautiful. This cart would move up. Love it. All right. So now he's moved up, and he's gonna try again. So this is gonna be still with the bless, but with a -5. So -5 from this roll. Very nice. So he pulls you some more. You now think that the floor would probably be a means of escape if you were still looking at it. And there's a good chance that wouldn't dump you into any quicksand, especially the end closest to the dinosaur. But you know what? He's gonna try one more time. Who knows? So he's got +1 from the bless, but he's got a -10. Yeah, so a 14's not going to do it. Foaming at the mouth, blood running from his nose, panting. He lets out a bleat into the desert night, and he looks like he's going to collapse from the effort. Vulture, you're up.
All right. Sorry, I was trying stuff. So the lockpick is still available for someone to use, correct?
Correct.
I don't think anyone has used it so far. All right. Vulture will, since he's out of his bindings and it looks like everyone else is, he's gonna he'll go for it and then he'll try.
Okay. So one Pac-Man to grab the lockpick. Okay, and then sadly one Pac-Man to move to the back of the wagon.
Yep.
Okay, and then one Pac-Man to attempt the lock.
Great.
3 action economy. Look at all the stuff they let you do. All right, keep going.
Would this be under disabled device? Or
yes.
It's pick lock, I think.
Is it separate as pick lock?
yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
All right. Then.
All right, and you know the DC is a 17 for this. Critical successes, 2 successes, but 2 critical failures will gum up the lock.
All right.
You need 3 total successes to open it. Oof.
I will re-roll that one.
Okay.
So sorry, was there a specific way that we're supposed to do the hero point re-rolls?
Oh yeah, you could right-click in chat, and there should be a thing that says re-roll using a hero point.
Right. Okay, so that's separate from the whole cart system thing.
Right. If you want to spend a card, you have to spend a hero point to spend the card.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, 18. The DC was 17, so that's 1 success.
All right.
All right. Mm,
And
Okay.
that's all 3 of my Pac-Man.
beautiful.
He'll
Play.
turn to the others and just be like,
I'll work on the lock. If there's any other way you guys can get us out of here, do so.
Right.
that, and that's it.
Play passes to Dis.
Well, I am blinded by sand.
Until the end of your turn.
This feels very mean because that's like my thing. But but sand's turned against me. I would help lockpicking, but I can't see, and that feels like it would get in the way of picking a lock.
Fair.
So I'm gonna just attack the floor instead because I know where that is.
All right, sounds good. I got these floor stats right here. A wooden structure does have a, what do they call it in Pathfinder? Hardness 10. So you are going to have to do at least 10 damage to damage the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna have to bully a dinosaur. Is that animal abuse?
No.
Okay.
As long as it's the furtherance of the animal surviving.
Yeah, because I can't do 10 damage if I don't have panache, and I get panache through intimidating things.
Oh,
Get us
okay.
out of here! Rattling the cage in the direction.
Okay. It looks at you, waiting to be intimidated. All right, give me an intimidation. Do you have the thing that you could intimidate people that don't share a language, right? The mean mugging feat or whatever?
No, so I have a -4.
Okay. That's right, guys. There's special feats for mean mugging people that don't speak your language.
Ah.
All right. So it is now frightened 1. But it is immune to demoralize for 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
certainly mine. And then I feel pretty good about that.
All right. Well,
So,
conveniently, it wants to get away from you, which is also out of the quicksand. So that's good.
yeah, I will like lower its DC by 1, I guess.
All right.
I will attack the floor then with my claws and a
All right.
confident finisher.
Beautiful.
Okay. I assume I just click this. Oh, I have to click finisher as well. Oh no, that's not. Ah, I just hit attack. Okay. Attack. Go.
Yeah, I mean, that hits. What is the damage? It's a floor. I'm pretty sure you're going to accurately hit the floor unless you get like a nat 1.
Right.
But yeah, let's see the damage is what we care about.
Yeah. So this is a finisher, so it gets extra damage. Oh, for God's
What?
sake.
What is the type of damage that the... Does it deal...
Precision.
Yeah,
Which
so
is probably immune too.
because the wagon left all of its internal organs at home, it is not going. Yeah. So yeah, you go to stab into it, slashing at it, clawing at it. You are scuffing the wood real bad. This dragon, Ketrin, it's got spirit. It's got spirit.
Okay, so the brief, high morale that this dragon seemed to have disappears.
Oh.
As
Okay.
I do lose panache when I use a finisher.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
So mechanically, I am demoralized.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just there's nothing I can do here.
Okay. Fair enough. You spend the rest of the turn cleaning your eyes out of sand.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. So blindness would fade on you.
I can see.
Stack the deck. You're up.
All right. Stack. Can I?
So you would have been there. I moved the wrong person. I was zoomed really far out. Okay.
All right. Can we tag team this lock in any way, or?
Action economy wise, it'd be a little silly, but yeah, you could do it. You'd be 1 Pac-Man to move close, 1 Pac-Man to take the lock, pick away from Vulture, and then last Pac-Man to try the lock.
Well, that would be bad because you would have to take the lock back, and then we still need to do one.
He'd be down 1 Pac-Man, and then he'd have two tries.
Yeah. I'm already there. I'm not moving anywhere else.
Okay, sure. I'll get 1 try in.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so give me pick a lock. DC 17. A critical would be 2 successes. Keep in mind the system you critical. If you get 10 or more than what you need. Ooh, 16 is so close.
Let's do the succeed at a cost. Let's do
Oh, really? Oh, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put it out there. The other group did not do any succeeding at a cost in their first sessions. This is pretty exciting.
Hey, this ain't a competition.
Let's see. You trigger reactions as if you'd moved. You are fatigued. You are sickened. You critically hit yourself. All right. I would say the most appropriate thing here is, given everything that's happened tonight, you are fatigued.
Oh, okay. What does that imply?
Fatigued means you're tired and can't summon much energy. You take -1 penalty to AC and saving throws, and while exploring, you can't choose an exploration action. You only recover from fatigue after a full night's rest.
Okay, that's not so bad.
All right. So Vulture, they take the lockpick back. They try their best. It's just not happening. You're gonna have to take it back and do this. All right. And that would be all 3 Pac-Mans for Stack. All right. Ketrin, you're up. You know that you will not be swallowed up at the end of round 3 anymore because your dinosaur has pulled the wagon far enough out. However, the tail end of the wagon is still in the vortex, so the dino will have to make one more check, or if it fails, you'll start getting sucked back in.
Okay. I'm going to... Is anyone suffering from a negative status effect that I could correct in any way? Like,
I mean, the dinosaur's frightened.
Yeah.
Stack the deck is fatigued, and Dis is demoralized.
No, I just don't.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can correct any of those. I couldn't aid twice because that uses a reaction.
Correct. You could set one aside though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You could also try smashing floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost don't want to smash floor though, because it would be nice to have a floor to drive back.
Oh,
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
Let's preserve the cart for now. Let's get this dinosaur out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna... I guess doing another command an animal wouldn't help because he's already trying to escape now.
He's trying to escape from fear. Yeah.
Yeah. But you
could ready one to get to help him with his first check. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ready one, and then I guess that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally okay. All right, Bella, you're up.
I'm gonna do the same. Can I
Okay.
ready to help him on one of his checks? I don't know if we can stack them.
It would have, yeah. You'd have to do like the second one, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll do it for the second one, and I think that counts as 2 actions to ready.
I thought readying was a single one, but you also had to use your reaction.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to be helpful with the door. Although I guess I do have that card that could give me training in pick a lock. But
oh! I'm doing it all wrong, guys. Sorry. I think aid is just a reaction. I don't think you have to announce it in advance. So I've been like stealing your Pac-Man economy. Okay.
Okay. So I can aid the dinosaur without readying an action.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, then
so
I'm
you
gonna
would still
try
have
to pick
your full action economy. Okay.
So I'm gonna move
so
down
you're
here.
gonna one Pac-Man. You're gonna one Pac-Man to take it, and then try to pick lock. Okay, go for it.
So I have a card that lets me add training to 1 skill for like basically this until my end of my next turn. So
okay.
I guess I'm adding my proficiency bonus to this roll.
All right, which is a +1 at level 1, right? Or +2? Plus
Trained,
2.
it's level +2.
Yeah, level +2. So +3. All right.
Okay, cool. All right. It's proficiency.
It's
I don't wanna mess
it's a held action that requires your action on your turn and then your reaction. It's just a reaction for aid. My bad. All right, keep
Cool.
going, keep going.
This has +3 to it.
That would be, that would be a 9. Which is not a failure by 10, so
Okay.
you do not critically fail.
Okay, then I'm not going to worry about. Not going to use my hero point to reroll it.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just prepare
That's
to aid, and that's it.
All right. Dino's turn. All right, Dino. You can use your reaction, Ketrin, to do your command an animal.
Right.
The DC is going to be a 20 because he's still fighting against the quicksand. Ooh, so that actually failed by 10 or more, so then he would be penalized from you, essentially distracting him.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
I guess there goes the last hero point. We get 2 more
Ooh.
at the next session. It's fine.
Yep. They only last the session, so they're not like D&D inspiration that you can kind of hold on till later. All right, so you're gonna do a reroll on it. Let's see.
God damn it.
Ooh. All right, so that's still gonna be a crit fail. So he's gonna get a -1 penalty to this check, plus the -1 from being afeared. All right.
Well, that is all I can do.
All right. Here we go. He's gonna roll. Needs to get a 20, or you will get sucked back down. Oh no! All right.
He has hero points, right?
He is not. He's a very heroic dinosaur. All right. So you guys find that you were being sucked back into the sand.
Ooh, not good.
All right. Let's see.
This is a short campaign.
All right. He's gonna try again to get free. I should probably have settled all of his checks before moving everything around, but here we go. This is gonna be with. Oh, you're gonna try and handle him. Okay.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Come on, menu. Stop. Okay. And that's command animal. Here it comes.
Ooh. Okay. So an 11 is not a critical failure, so he doesn't have a penalty.
Okay. I'll take
all
that.
right.
It's only a
Alright,
-5.
This is he's got a -5 from map.
Oh no!
Oh no! You guys are back where you started it.
Oh jeez.
Hmm.
This is not a good round. Not productive. Ah.
All right. Okay. And then it's got one more action, so I guess it'll try again. And this is at a -10. Oof. So that'd be a 12. So yeah, he's just stuck in place, and you guys are being pulled back into the vortex. It's all happening, like at the very beginning. Whew. Okay. That brings us to Vulture. Vulture, with your passive perception of 17. I don't know if the passive perception is taken in this game. You do hear what sounds like a wagon approaching. It seems to be coming from the north by northeast. So kind of the top right of your map.
Gotcha.
All right. So what do you do?
He'll turn to look at some of the other people in his wagon, and he'll kind of mention,
There's some other wagon that's heading towards us. See what it is, see if they can help.
and then he goes back to grabbing the lockpick and trying to bust us out of here.
All right, do it.
The one Pac-Man to take the thing. Next Pac-Man
Okay.
is going to... We're the spastic hot potato here. Pick lock.
All right.
Here we go.
I picture everyone just squabbling over. No, here, let me do it. No, I'll do it.
So that is
I'm
another
better.
success. One more success to open it.
All right.
Also worth mentioning, in this system, if you critically fail on a lockpick, you break your lockpicks. So that's something else to keep in mind.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's good to know, yeah. No pressure, no pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, like that. Like, no.
Oh.
No, it's not by 10. It's not by 10. So you weren't able to get it open on the second attempt. So one more lockpick to get this open.
All right.
Don't break that lockpick. I don't have the mid-battle fix feat.
If worse comes to worse, I still got a dagger.
All right. Dis, you're up.
Okay, I would like to.
And the fear would have worn off on Dino. So now it's just back to, I guess I'm going to die. It was all for nothing.
Yeah.
We
I
were
wanna
encouraging it.
spend 3 actions to ready 2 actions to stride should they get a door open.
Okay, fair enough. All right. And then you have 1 Pac-Man left, right?
No, that's all 3 because I'm ready
Oh.
2.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. Play passes to stack the deck.
Oh, okay. You see, my dear man of metal, you gotta treat the lock like a lover, and you gotta. And he takes the lockpick back, and
Sensuously.
Mhm.
Okay.
And he goes for the pick lock check.
Do I look like someone built for love?
Oh, I could see your point.
All right. You start fiddling that lock like a lover, but it's unresponsive.
I will burn a hero point to reroll that one, I guess.
Ooh,
So
okay.
it's right click reroll using it. There we go.
Yep. Ooh, not gonna cut it.
All right.
All right,
And
but
then-
there's not
the
map
button
on
there?
lockpicking, so you can just keep spamming it.
Okay, and then
You'd have 1 more because there's 1 action to take it, and then
Two attempts.
mhm.
Oh man.
oof.
And I guess I could burn my other card.
Well, if you remember, cards can only be spent with hero points. So if you have, if you've used all your hero points, your cards can't do anything now.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it succeed at a costable?
No, the DC is a 17.
Okay.
Was the
all right.
first one succeed at costable?
So you can only the range is 1. He got a 15 on the first one.
Yep.
Because bonuses and math are so tight in this system,
Yeah,
sack
like-
range is just 1. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Round 3. This could be it. If the dino on his turn, if the dino fails, you guys will be in quicksand, and it will be very hard to do anything. And then if he on the following turn fails, you are sucked in. End of the campaign. We all high five. We have a little laugh. We move on. So, Ketrin, what's the play?
Welp. I guess I'm gonna try and break floor again because
Okay.
I don't really believe in pachyderm anymore.
It is a DC 25 if you just want to slam your bulk into the door that they're trying to unlock. If you just want to charge it, try to force the door open.
I mean, will I possibly break the lock?
That's a great question. It is kind of built into the door.
And
I
if
guess
she
on a
charges
critical fail, I'll count it as one of the critical fails for the lock.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
wouldn't, I wouldn't
I'm gonna-
automatically break it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at everybody. Oh, for Pete's sake, just get out of the way! And everybody will scatter to the sides, and
All
I'm
right.
gonna go.
Gonna bulldozer it. All right, you do get a plus
Yeah.
1 from the bless. So
All right, force open again.
trying for a DC 25.
Ooh.
Oh, I saw the die go on 20. It flopped over. All right, so you run forward, and you hit the door hard with your shoulder and your bulk. And lockpicking crew, you hear an ominous chunk from the locking mechanism. All right, you have 1 more Pac-Man because there's 1 Pac-Man to move, 1 Pac-Man to try to force it open.
I'm gonna sigh.
Maybe move
I'm
out
gonna-
of the way so they can. It's getting kind of crowded back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna look back at pachyderm, and I'm gonna say, I know it's hard, baby. I know it's hard, but we gotta try.
All
We
right.
gotta try one more time.
Okay. Give me one more command animal. Oh, yeah. It's not listening to any of you anymore. It's just giving up on life. All right, play passes to Bella.
He looks. Oh man. Is it possible for me to get to the lock at this point? With everything that's crowded up over here.
With everybody that's like crowded up and next to it, yeah, you could probably still get to the lock.
I'm a halfling. I am small.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if this is 5e and the same rules apply.
So
movement,
raw,
but-
absolutely not. But in
Yeah.
this is fine. Let's just keep going. All right.
Cool. I use an action to take the lockpick, and
Okay.
I still have my training until the end of this turn. So,
Okay.
oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Okay.
All right.
All right. With a +3, trying to get a 17.
And
Ooh.
if not, I'm
That brings it to a 12.
gonna use a hero point to re-roll it.
All right. And that'll do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that ends up being a 20 with your +3, and it opens. But opening a door requires a Pac-Man.
Okay, good. So I didn't just actually fall out.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Probably leaning against.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh, I think
worried
I still
about.
have
Like,
Pac-Man.
Smashing the door open? Yeah, it would have been amazing. That's okay. So that's your 3 actions, yeah?
Well,
Oh, no,
I
you
used
have
to
one more
take
left.
that-
You have one more left, yeah.
So I will use one to open it if I first tell
Okay.
Ketrin to
No.
not
Hold
fall
on. As we're going through Pathfinder School of Hard Knocks boot camps, you currently I didn't make this game. You currently have a lockpick in your hand. So in order to not have it in your hands, you would have to use a Pac-Man to stow it on your person. Otherwise, you will always have one hand unavailable for other things.
You have 2 hands, though, I assume.
Yeah, you have 2 hands. I'm just letting you. I'm just
Yep.
explaining. I'm just
Yep.
explaining
You
how
can
it works.
free action drop it if you want to drop it. Into
I
a
mean,
vortex.
technically, I don't have a free hand because I made an alchemist fire and I never
Oh
put it
yeah,
away.
so you're holding a poopy alchemist fire and you in one hand, and you're holding it. So you have no free hands. So you may
But I
want to
have
use
one
your last
more-
action to stow something.
Yeah, I will stow the lockpick.
All right, you stow the lockpick. You're still holding your explosive turd in your other hand. All right,
Yeah,
beautiful.
just kind of like lining up a shot down into this vortex.
All right. Play passes to the dino. The dino is going to make an athletics to avoid being swallowed, but he's given up on life. Without a
Hey,
control
you can do this.
animals, he just doesn't care anymore.
You can do this.
So here we go.
Oh.
He's got to beat a 20.
Oh,
All
man.
right, he does. So he is going to try and swim upwards, but that will be his turn. He's not going to spend any more Pac-Mans because he was just doing that as like a survival instinct. He's not motivated to escape anymore. He tried so hard, he got so far, but in the end, it didn't really matter. So he's very upset about it. All right. Play passes to Vulture.
oh man. So the
All right,
doors.
so the door's unlocked. Yeah, the door's unlocked.
Yep. Oh, it's unlocked, but it's not open. Then
Correct.
I will. I'll spend the Pac-Man to open it up.
Okay.
I'll spend another Pac-Man to it.
Now, it is a time to discuss a little bit of verticality. So you are in a funnel, okay? And the wagon is sideways. And I guess here's the dinosaur. There we go. So you open the door, and then the hungy maw of it is down there. So, when you open the door, from now on, when people are taking a step or a stride, I'm going to need balance, or they will tumble out. They don't have to make it if they don't take a step or a stride because they have the bars of the cage to hold on to and all that jazz. But just going to keep that in mind. All right, so
Speaking of, I believe that triggers my reaction.
Yes.
Doors are open.
Okay.
So I will get the fuck out.
Okay.
It's saying, is it automatically doing like difficult terrain? Or is this high terrain?
There shouldn't be any
How
terrain
did
features
you-
at all.
Oh, it's counting them. I don't know what. It's saying
Oh, is it
20
counting
feet,
your
40
allies as
feet.
difficult? Is it counting your allies as difficult
It
terrain?
shouldn't, because that's not how it works either. Anyway, so I'd go out of here, that's 20 foot. And I would aim to run out of here, but obviously you said acrobatics, yeah.
Okay. So this was with a what kind of speed? Just a normal walking speed?
Just my normal stride, yeah.
All right, I need a balance then, as you are kind of trying to maneuver around the door area to see if you fall out and are sucked up forever.
Oh, well, that sounds bad.
And you did use your reaction to do this, so you wouldn't have the reaction to grab the ledge. So it's good that you made that acrobatics check. All right.
Okay, well, I said I was betting 2 stride actions, so I'll continue to make them.
Okay.
So it'll be get there. That's 1, 2.
So now
4,
you are trying to what? Go along the side of the wagon, or do you
5.
want to climb onto the top of the wagon? Because you
Well,
definitely
I
don't want to
said,
step into the quicksand.
Oh well.
Because
I
as
see.
soon as you
So-
step into the quicksand, you got to give me an athletics DC 20 as it tries to suck you in.
I don't really want to die in quicksand,
Okay, fair.
but
So looking at this amazing diagram up here, you could use climbing to get on top of the
yeah.
wagon
You
and
say
climb,
the second
or
of the Pac-Man would just need to climb on top.
yeah, and then you could go along the side as well. All right, so give me a climb then.
Okay.
All right.
Well.
So critical failure, you fall.
That's
If you
right.
began on stable ground, you fall and land prone. Okay, so you started on stable
Would
ground,
prefer
so
not
you're
to
prone.
fall into sand.
All right.
So this other hero card is going away.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
All right, so 16. There's lots of handholds and stuff. The DC was only a 15. So you do actually start climbing. So you're up on top of it now.
Yeah. I'll
Alright.
stretch my wings and lament the fact that because of Loveless, I can no longer taste the skies.
Nice. So do you have any special things to mitigate climbing? Because now we get to teach the 5e people how bad climbing is.
Oh, I do not.
Okay,
I
so
will, but not yet.
so you might think climbing, that's half speed. All right, so on a critical success, yeah, you get to move at quarter speed. So plus 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed, which is normally like a 10. On a regular success, you get to move 5 feet per 20 feet of land speed. So for most people, that's going to be 5 whole feet. So the dragon has only managed to climb, or Dis has only managed to climb about 5 feet up towards the roof or along the sides. All right. Yeah, so climb speeds in this are even more valuable than in 5e. All right.
And of course, it uses like all of your hands, so don't even think about fighting while climbing unless you have like.
Yeah, it's
Jeez,
nuts. All right. Then play would pass to stack the deck.
Well, that was all just a reaction.
Oh,
wasn't
that was
it?
a reaction. Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Vulture, continue your turn, please. You open the door with 1 action. You have 2 actions left.
I open the door and then this dragon just rushes.
It rushes past you. Yeah.
I see you were top manners. Yeah, 1 Pac-Man open the door. Another Pac-Man, I guess. I'm not right. Yeah, at the door. So do I need to use one to stride, or can I just start?
No,
climbing?
everybody's just crowded around the door.
Okay, I'll start climbing to the top.
Okay, give me a climb check.
All right.
Okay, yeah, 23 is enough, but not critically enough. But you may move 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed
Okay.
with each of your climb checks. So,
Great. So that's
so I'm assuming that you would then kind of move to the side that's available, like here, and you're trying to climb up to the roof. Okay, so give me another athletics if you want to keep climbing. Do you want to try to get onto the roof, or do you just want to climb along the side?
I was gonna try to get higher elevation, so climb
Okay.
up to the roof.
So give me another climb check.
I was going to see. Well, shit, the 8 actions ain't all
Well-
that great.
What? It's a 3-action economy. It's so many actions.
Well, I'm okay. I'm gonna do another climb check.
Okay. All right, 16 is enough. It's a DC 15. So you go 5 more feet, and you are now on top of the thing. All right.
Okay. He is offering moral support to people getting off, but cannot do mechanical support until his next turn if we have it.
Fair enough. Discretion. You're up.
Oh. Feels like I only just went. Okay, well, I'm still on the side then, right? Not quite on the top.
Yes. Yeah. And
Rather be on top.
mechanically climbing on the side is going to be scary because falling prone on the side, there is no flat surface to land on. You'll just bounce off the wheels, and that's it.
That would suck, yeah. So I'm gonna
All right.
try and get on top anyway because
Okay.
there's not really much
But you
else
do have
for
your
it.
reaction now to try to grab the ledge if you don't succeed.
Yeah.
So
Let's just try and get a bit higher up.
15's enough. So you climb up on top.
Okay, so how far would it be from the front of the wagon until the point where standing on the sand wouldn't like?
You feel
And
like
go
the safety line is right about there.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 20 feet.
Now that you're on the
Generously.
roof, you can either use climb or balance. But again, keep in mind that you're in an incline
Ooh, yeah.
as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So balancing, I can balance on like narrow surfaces, right?
Right. So yeah, you can balance on the bars of the cage.
Okay, I want to balance all the way to the front. That's going to be my goal. Then
Okay.
we'll work out how it works.
All right. So balance. Give me a check.
Okay. I think there's actually in here. Yeah.
And if you succeed, you can move up to your speed, treating it as difficult terrain. Oh no, that's not a critical fail though. It's not a critical fail.
Okay, so
Okay.
then if you fail, you just remain stationary.
Correct.
But
2 more packs, right?
that
No,
just
1 more pack.
wastes the
One more pack. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I will then do another,
Okay.
the same thing. If it would open up the macro thing again, that'd be right. Nice. Okay.
All right. So you can move half speed because difficult terrain.
Right. So then, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess here is where I'll
Okay.
balance perching.
All right. You scared this guy earlier. He's
Yeah.
he looks over and sees you. You feel that he is not your friend.
Oh dear.
All right. Anything else? Is that it? Okay. Stack the deck. You're up.
Reactions.
All right. Did I read the paper this morning on magical?
Did you read the paper this morning? Yes. But you don't, unless you have some way of telling time, you don't know what time it is. The surges shift every 2 hours. But you did know that it was going to be a pretty wild night. Hey. Also, in the mana waste, the flat check goes up significantly. Yeah.
Okay.
In the mana waste, the flat check is a 10, and then it gets modified further by weather conditions.
All right.
All right.
I think I got my 1. I got my free 1, so I'm not gonna risk it right now. But
Okay.
he will, I guess, climb to the top.
Okay. So give me. It's probably 2 climb checks to get up, unless you have a climb speed.
I do not.
All right.
I checked.
That's a 5e tabaxi thing. These are just cat folk.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 is not enough. You need a 15, but it is not a critical failure.
All right, and then I guess I'll try again, or can I try again, or?
Yep. You can use as many as you have Pac-Mans. Yep. I mean, that's one of the nice things. It's like they bill you for everything you do, but you can do the same things over and over again if that's what you need to do. So 21 is a success. So you start going about 5 feet up. So you are here. And one more could get you to the roof. Keep in mind that now you are out over the vortex, so a critical failure could send you tumbling into the sand. You would use your reaction to try to grab the ledge to avoid that.
Okay.
All right. Oh, okay. So that is a 5. You need a 15, so that's 10 or more. That is a critical failure. You start to fall.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you need to grab the ledge. That is your reaction, and essentially with grab an edge. When you fall, blah blah blah, you must succeed on a reflex save against the DC 15, which is the climb DC. So give me a reflex against that.
All right, reflex. Where'd it go?
My reaction any way to help them?
I don't think raw you can, but since we want everybody to survive session 1, if they don't make it, I'll say that you could do a reaction as well, or a reflex reaction as well. Ooh, yeah, 12
I do have a thing.
Oh, okay.
I do have a...
You instinctively twist away from danger. You can re-roll the triggering saving throw. Okay, and that's a free action because it's an inverse Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And use the better result.
And use the better result. All right. Hey, beautiful. All right, so you start to fall, and then you grab hold of the cage, and now you're kind of tangled up in the wheels and the cage, but you didn't fall to your death.
Yeah.
Okay.
He like wipes a little like sweat off of him and like looks down. It's like, and then recomposes himself. Right? Just as planned, right? And then he.
I guess you have. Do you have any more Pac-Mans, or was that your?
Oh, do I? I used 2 to climb, and then I have one more.
And a free action and a reaction, so you still have one more.
Okay, cool.
But you have no reaction this time, so if you don't, okay. I guess this is your shot here, Vulture. You would essentially be leaning as far over the ledge as possible, like "take my hand" kind of deal, and then give me a reflex DC 15.
All right. Ooh.
Beautiful. All right, so this robot's kind of leans as far out over the edge as he can, and he grabs a hold of you, Stack. It could be either your foot or your tail that he manages to grab a hold of.
You can grab the tail. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So you have him by the tail, but he is not being sucked into the sand, and that is your action. Ketrin, to you.
You're quite graceful for a feline.
I try my best.
Okay. Would it be an extremely bad idea to jump out and push?
You would have, if you jump out, you would be in the vortex of quicksand, so you would immediately have to make an athletics 20. But if you succeeded, you would be able to start pushing. If you failed, you would be sucked into your waist, into the quicksand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
5e,
not.
it goes like 1d4 plus 1 inches each time. Here, you just immediately go to your waist, and then you go to, like, I believe your chin, and then you're just dunzos after that.
Okay. So, second question.
Okay.
Can I jump to the roof?
Ooh, perhaps. We'll see what we got for jump.
What high jump says about it.
Yeah, let's see.
Jump would be the same as your climb, I think.
Your legs surge with strength, ready to leap into the air. You jump 30 feet in any direction. Oh, that's the spell. My bad. Hold on. Let's go to the athletics jump. It's a high jump. Here we go. It's 2 Pac-Mans. You make a vertical leap Attempt a DC 30 athletics check. Oh my god.
That's to increase
I
it.
can't do that.
Jesus!
That's to
If-
jump higher than normal.
If you don't stride at least 10 feet, you automatically fail your check. The DC might be increased or decreased. Man. All right.
Leap is the normal one, which will
Oh, leap.
send
Okay.
you 3 foot vertically and 5 foot horizontally without a check. And then high jump increases that with a check.
Yeah, I think your best bet would just be to
Just be climbing.
Just to climb. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's 3 climbs.
Okay. All right. Success.
Okay, so I am now out to the side.
Yep.
Okay. And now this one will get me to the roof.
Yes. This is the most important one. Whew. Okay, so now you are
Okay.
up on the roof. So if you fail, you'll just fall prone.
Okay. And then one more.
All right. Ooh, okay, so you don't make any progress up the incline, but you are now on the roof gripping the bars for dear life.
Okay.
All right. Play passes to Bella.
And I look alarmed and panicked as my friends struggled with this climbing challenge, and I have a -2 athletics. My character is really good at making things and navigating social situations. All right, I'm going to do what I can.
I'll lean over and yell, "I'll give you my hand."
Okay.
It'll be something.
Okay, I'm going to use my first action to try to encourage the dinosaur because that's what I'm good at. This is what I'm bringing to the table.
You feel that it's a good idea because the dino is intending to headbutt discretion.
I look him. I say, "Look, I know you're scared, but you're going to be able to do this. It's going to be okay."
All right.
I tried.
So so go ahead and roll it. All right, you calm it down. All right, you could tell it.
Okay.
You could tell it what to do on its turn. All right.
All right. Second action, I'm going to move to the back of the
Okay.
cart to get towards the door, and I think I need to roll balance to do that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay at this.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you move no penalty to the back. You do it great.
That's awesome. That's good. Okay, here's the part. Here's the part that's gonna get a little shaky.
All right.
All right.
As you look to your left, you see that holding on to nothing, being held above the sand and the wheel by his tail, is Stack the Deck. And you see Vulture basically has like interlocked he's put his own feet in between these slats and is like breaking his body to like lean over the edge and try to hold on to Stack the Deck. You could climb them as a human ladder. I don't know if that would be easier though than just using handles.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just
Okay.
occasionally you see a few sparks
But-
coming off a vulture.
This side is clear, and Ketrin says they'll help you up.
Okay.
But
and I
Mechanically, maybe not, but yeah, they're gonna help
Wait,
you
did
up.
they use their reaction?
No,
Okay.
but they haven't used their action, so if you fell, they could try to grab you. Yeah.
But where I'm standing right now, I won't automatically fall in because I'm not over the side yet.
Correct. It's the
okay.
second check that you make that's going to be the one.
All right. Well, we're gonna do the first check because that
Alright.
one's not lethal. All right.
All
So
right.
here comes my so good athletics check. Where or is it? Take it off my sheet because I just why even bother? Where'd it go?
man.
Mystery. What should
Well,
be climb? Climb -2.
Climb,
That's
okay.
it. Yeah.
And climb would also show up. Beautiful. 15 is what you needed. So now you're out over the abyss, as it were. One more climb will get you safely to the roof.
But we'll find that out next time.
Oh, okay.
That's all my action economy.
All right. The dinosaur is like, I'm gonna headbutt this dragon, but you tell it to.
Hey, climb, but get out of here.
All right. So we'll make an athletics check.
You'll file that attack away for later.
A 20. All right. So it starts moving back out.
Oh, I just cried a little.
Okay. So that means all of you would move closer. And then this very complex bailiwicki vehicle I set up would go. I don't know why it's delayed in the two different parts. It's so weird. Anyways, I followed all the 30-minute tutorials. Okay. So, Now it's thinking about headbutting the dragon.
No.
No.
Oh,
Nah,
no.
all right,
I only control one action. I can't tell it what to do. I only control one action.
All right. It's close to freedom, but it is kind of bad at you. So I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna roll a d20, and if it's an odd number, it will do a skull bash on you. If it's an even number, it'll keep going.
Okay.
All right. It keeps going.
Hey.
It gives you a Luigi mean mug, and it's gonna try another athletics check. This one's at -5.
So close.
Okay, so he maintains his position, and you know what? He's not gonna risk a third one because if he critically fails, he'll get sucked back in. So he's just gonna leave it off there. All right, Vulture, you're up.
I gotta pull this kitty cat on board.
All right.
You would kindly.
I would
What?
say just give me a climb. We'll say it's a climb because you're kind of pulling him up. So
Right?
We got this nice homebrew rule in your house rules, right? For us moving allies.
we do have that for moving allies. You're right. So that would be what's your current bulk with your equipment, not counting all your stuff? Most of your stuff's gone, so it'd be a
Don't
2.
have any equipment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't think I
medium
really had
creature is
lot.
a 5
6.
bulk? 6. All right. So are you able to lift, we'll say, a 7 bulk, which is Stack's clothes and such, and himself?
Is that what gets me to encumber?
Okay. So you are able to kind of pick him up then?
Yeah, it says my encumbered is 7, and my max bulk is 12.
Okay. So 7 plus 7 be 14. Oh, then you would not be able to do it.
But
Wait,
then
what's your current bulk? 1?
Carry
Maybe
bulk is
7.
1.
Yeah. Then you're fine. All right. So you were able to, without the climb check, just pick him up and put him on the roof. So that would be 1 action. All right.
Okay, so that didn't require any type of check for that.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
And then I guess. Okay, so then I guess I didn't need this climb if I just wanted to then start making my way towards the front of the wagon.
Well, to move towards the front, you either do a climb or a balance.
Oh, okay.
Because
So
you are still at this incline. You're still at this incline.
Gotcha. Okay, so then that first one was that 10. That didn't work.
Okay. 10 wouldn't work. Okay.
This time I'm going to do a balance.
Alright.
That's slightly higher.
All right.
Or actually, shit, still 2 feet. Oh, but it'll take me a Pac-Man to get over to them anyway. Fuck.
What's nice about balance isn't map. I don't think climb is map either. But yeah, so it wouldn't be penalized if you tried to do it.
Yeah.
And you move faster when you balance versus climbing for the most part.
Well, it'll still take. Okay, so it'll still take me a balance to make it over to Bellinor, or to the
Yeah.
gnome and to the
Yeah.
not gnome, but and
Halfling. Yep.
Yeah. So here's balance.
Okay. Ooh, 13 is not a critical failure, but it is a fail. So you're looking for a 15.
I have him.
All right. That would be a 3 actions.
Yep.
Play would pass to discretion.
Well, I'm basically at the safety
Yeah,
point, and I'm looking out there, seeing freedom. I look back to the others helping each other. And then I sigh and I go back.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I'm gonna balance over here to try and get Bellinor up.
You see in the top left corner, Pachysaurus will remember this. So.
So first of all,
Remember this in that it's seeing us all help each other to get out of this horrible situation. Hopefully that's the direction it's going with.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so you can move half your speed because you got the 22. All right.
Now action. Is it just an action to move an ally then? I have the bulk capacity to get them up here.
Yeah. So you just reach down with your action and you would pull Bella on top.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm very
I
small.
Still have an action. I'm gonna go back to where I was.
All right. So new balance check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Branding still on the side, or were they up? I can't remember.
Oh no, she was
No,
leaning over the side.
Yeah.
She seems pretty athletic though. Balance. There we go. I just find it so hard to find things in basic action macros. 20.
I think you can pull anything from your character sheet that you find yourself doing a lot down to your World of Warcraft hotbar
Yeah.
also. Yeah. All right, so yeah, 20 you move half your speed.
So I should I'm gonna say if I move, I guess 20 is half the speed though, isn't it?
Okay.
So I'm back to balancing on the edge here.
All right.
Perching on the whatever you call the thing that connects the cart to its animal.
The dino connector for sure. That's what it's
Dino
called.
connector,
Yeah. Stack the deck. You're up.
All right.
It looks like you're in the clear.
Yeah.
As
I
long
am.
as this dino does not fail its upcoming athletics check and get sucked back in.
I don't think there's anything I can do to help him.
Or you could just say fuck that dino, and then everybody could just leap away from it, and the dino's left to his own devices.
I think having a dino would be useful down the line. Sag uses to himself, as he hasn't had a dino before, or any sort of, and can he stride to see if he can help it out?
You would have to do a balance or a climb. Balance would be balance would be faster.
Yeah, balance. Yeah.
Okay. DC 15 to balance. Oh no! You're falling. Your turn ends. God, this game is rough.
Jesus. It's
Okay.
Baldur's Gate rules. You fall prone on your turn ends.
I have a question. I have a cat-based feature.
Okay.
How do I post it? There we go. When
you fall, you take only half the normal damage. You don't land prone. Okay, so you almost lose your balance, and fall off, but your heritage stabilizes you. But it stabilizes you in that kind of way that you spend the entire turn maintaining your balance and not falling. So sadly, you has been robbed of a turn, but you didn't fall prone.
Okay.
All right. Play within pass to Ketrin.
Okay, I'm just gonna climb.
Okay.
I'm not any good at balancing.
Fair enough. Beautiful. Hand over hand, you begin climbing up the cart. So 5 whole feet. And then just spam them out for me.
Again.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So now you're in the pilot seat, as it were. The stage seat, whatever the part of the wagon is where you sit. Driver's seat. That sounds good. The dino looks back at you. It remembers you fondly. You said nice things to it.
Now, could I jump down and push?
Let's see. I believe you could jump down over the thing, but then next turn you would be able to push or pull. So you want to just push you here?
Yeah.
That work?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna stand next to the pachyderm to encourage him.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. Play goes to Bella.
All right, I will try to balance to move along the cart.
All right, DC 15 balance.
Balance.
Yes, 16. You're good.
Okay, great. And then I'll move up into the driver's seat. I'm on ruler mode.
Okay.
And then from here, I'd like to try to handle the animal again and give it encouraging words and soft pats on its tail.
Because you are sitting in the right place to tell him what to do, I will give you a +1 circumstance bonus.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right.
Here it comes.
That is not going to do it. You're trying to get a 17.
Well, I can't succeed at a cost, so.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
You have any more Pac-Mans?
I think I have. That was only a reaction to balance.
No, that was an action. Balance is a type of movement.
Gotcha.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just do another. Well, I could critical fail, and that would have an inverse reaction, right?
The animal misbehaves, yeah. So probably headbutt dis, yeah.
It's already going to try to pull itself out of the sand, I feel like, without my encouragement.
I mean, it'll try without encouragement. It seems like it tries once, essentially.
Yeah, then I
but
guess
that might be all it needs.
Yeah, that's That's
Mm.
really all we need. I don't want to accidentally throw a wrench in the plan. And
Okay.
so I'm gonna just prepare to aid it.
Okay. Yeah. So no action required, but you're gonna try to use your reaction to do it. So that'll be it.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. The dino's up. The roll of all rolls. Will it free you guys? Here we go. It's rolling. It gets a +1 from the bless. Give me your reaction to try to aid it. DC 20. Okay. So you got a 9, which means that
No.
you're actually going to penalize it.
Damn it! I'm sorry, guys.
You needed a 10 to not penalize it.
And I
but
can't succeed at a cost to cancel that.
because you can't cancel a critical.
Yeah,
That's correct.
right.
Yeah. All right. So he's going to be. I'm going to take away his bless.
Do I have +1 for bless?
Not to handle aminals.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh.
I saw
Alright,
that
so he
19.
fails. So he starts being pulled back in. He
Oh,
will. He will fight it and try to escape. So here we go. This is with a -5. We'll bring it to a 19, so he doesn't make any progress. I don't know if he would spam it at this point because a critical fail would get you guys sucked in even further.
Could Granny
Could
try
I
and
could I
pull?
use a could I use a reaction?
Oh, as
to
he's
stop
getting
him from
pulled
sliding
in.
back?
Ooh, that'd
Yeah.
be dope. Okay. Yeah. Fortitude saves goes off of your athletics and your it goes off of your strength or your con. So I feel like a fortitude save would be kind of cool. So yeah, I would
Okay.
do an athletics or a fortitude as your
I'll do
reaction.
a fortitude.
All
It's
right.
better.
You're trying to hit a DC 20 to stop him from getting pulled in. Holy shit!
Granny's
Alright,
the
so-
best of
Hell
us.
So
Hell yeah.
as he starts to get pulled in, you grab a hold of him and you just look him right in his dino eyes, and you start backing up and pulling him out. And as you do, I will say that the back wheels go clunk over the side, and you guys are out.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Nicely
All right.
done.
So just in time for that, the a wagon arrives. Almost like it's scripted event or something. So let's see. You're met with the calm of the desert night as you guys pull yourselves free. Do you take the wagon, or do you let the wagon? Do you cut the dino free and let the wagon be sucked up, or what's the play on the wagon?
I mean, it would be useful
Or
to
do
take it.
you take the wagon with you? You guys take the wagon with you? All right, cool.
I
Yeah, if we
think
can.
we should have a prison wagon. That sounds good.
All right. So I will end combat.
Oh.
There we go.
We need to go get our stuff.
Yes. So I would assume that you guys would run over to investigate this here package.
Mhm.
As you do, you see arriving on the scene is a larger wagon, and it is pulled by a ankylosaurus. Dis and Stack the Deck, you recognize that ankylosaurus as Deborah, and you also recognize the people that are with it. You see a stoic, blue-furred catfolk that you recognize as Urshap, the bouncer for the Bullet and Barrel Saloon. You recognize Wayselm. She is a orc tiefling bounty hunter who frequents the establishment, sort of her base of operation. You see Nicole Burnwater, who is a nobody's really sure what Nicole does. He does a little bit of everything around the bar. He does some bartending. He does some repairs, handyman stuff, that sort of thing. Maybe pickpockets some of the customers. We're not sure. Sure. You see Boomer Boomshanks, who is a knoll craftsman specializing in explosives. He rents half of the barn that is next to the saloon. And then you see Phoebe Dunsmith, the owner of the saloon. Your employer and stack the deck, a well-known acquaintance of yours. Any of you that have gone to that saloon before, you would probably have seen one or more of these people and creatures. As they are riding up, and you guys are checking the bundle that fell off the Triceratops, and it is, in fact, conveniently all of your equipment that was taken, except for your very special thing. Phoebe Dunsmith calls out to you guys and says, well, just what the fuck are you doing out here?
More desert shenanigans, I think. We got kidnapped by Mugland, and we're about to be disappeared in that there, sinkhole.
He says, oh, come on. Obviously, I knew that. You think we just happened to be out in the middle of the desert 10 hours away from town in the middle of the night? Psst, we've been following you all night.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm glad that you're safe. Everybody make it?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think everybody's.
Anyway, even the Apache Cephalosaurus.
Now, would your employer know about your condition discussion, or are you just a dragon that they've never seen before?
The others wouldn't, but she was, as she was the one that
Oh,
brought
now
me to the ritual
is
thing.
she like your Commissioner Gordon? Is she gonna keep your secret or
She
she
has
just
so far.
okay? So she will say, looks like Dis didn't make it.
Oh, wait. Who's.
Just
yeah,
look at the
Ketrin will
dragon.
say, no, I think that's and point to the dragon.
Oh, when you do, everyone else there looks at the dragon, and then Boomshanks. He says, "Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, like a weird dragon or something."
It's something like that, yeah. I mean, what, you thought I was just some sort of mutant?
I thought you had
I
a
mean-
skin condition.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty nasty rash, but, I mean, dragon skills make far more sense, I think.
It's... Dwell on it. I don't know how they caught up with me. Must be gay. Must have gone sloppy.
Phoebe says, well, I know you on the run. I was trying to get a hold of you. I got some safe rooms in my tavern you could have holed up in if you just come to me for help. I would have helped you out.
Yeah, how much that's gonna cost?
It's funny that you ask. Why don't you get your affairs in order? Go ahead and follow me back into town. We got 10 hours. We could discuss it on the way in. You guys all right with this, or?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll able to pay whatever, because I believe the alternative to walking in town is dying. So.
All right.
The question
So-
is, who is we? Looking at the rest of the people who are in the cage with them, but also the newcomers. Don't think we ever made introductions.
Oh yeah. Phoebe says, well, he's got a point. Why don't you all become a bit more familiar? And then, when you're feeling more comfy with each other, I'll go ahead and let you know what I have planned.
Name's Vulture.
Did you name? No, I am usually confused on our mechanical companions. Did you name yourself that, or did someone build you and name you that?
If
No, I'm
someone-
just mainly curious, but
If someone built me, I don't know. But someone who found me named me Vulture. I thought
Where'd
she
you
was
come
dead.
from?
No idea. Somewhere in the Mana Waste. But,
You
okay.
You can attempt a crafting check if you would like to know more about Vulture from like what you would know. If you don't want to roll, you don't have to, but you guys can roll if you'd like. Just make sure it is a hidden roll.
Sure.
Why they call you vulture? Are you like, do you eat carcasses?
I don't actually eat or sleep. I was working
Yeah,
with
of course.
Like an ironic name.
I was
No,
working
he's
with
like
a
a
partner.
scavenger. Yeah.
Yes, I was working with a partner. I assume she was dead because I haven't heard from her in quite some time. But it seems like Muglin has her holed up somewhere. So after I put a bullet in his head, I'm gonna go grab her.
Now, you guys do know that one of Muglin and Lawless's many outlets for crime is human trafficking. So that would kind of check out. Bella, you realize that Vulture is not a clockwork automaton. He is something more complex than that. He must have some sort of internal power source because there is no sign of any clockwork machinery.
Right, and Bella has an automaton friend, so to speak, of a much simpler being, like basically nonverbal, non-functioning by comparison. So it's obvious. If the stark contrast is obvious to her.
Yep. All right. Anyone else have any introductions as the wagons are gathered, turned around, and begin heading back towards the city?
Oh, I didn't catch your name. And he Stack turns to Bellanora.
Well, most people know me as Bella. I'm from Katapesh and was previously a star pupil of the Blathia College before Ambrose Muglin took that all away from me.
Oh, you were expelled as well.
You should have-
I used to do schooling, but got too expensive, and
Would you guys have been in similar classes, or I think you're more focused on alchemy and they're more focused on controlling their magic. Stack the deck as a magic user, your legal name would be on file with the city because you do have to be registered with the city if you are a known spellcaster.
Mm-hmm. So
So
wait,
it's up to you guys if this jogs your memory and you've seen each other around campus, but you would be in different tracks essentially at the academy.
Yeah, I studied more of a like clairvoyant magic, like spooky, that kind of stuff. Makes it easier to cheat at games, but
I've always steered clear of the magical parts of the school. I hear that they could turn into a spiraling vortex of death at any moment if they were to accidentally perform their arts during the surge times.
oh, you mean like I just did over there? You see, it's all in the wrist, really.
Yeah, but if you could just be more cautious about that, it would have been real unfortunate if we had just died in that cage. You are aware of the things that can happen.
Oh, I
Are
am
you not?
perfect. I'm perfectly aware. What's life without a little risk taken, not like any like spits across the side, like.
Mm-hmm.
I would have more comfort if you had told me you completed your education in the matter.
Oh, what's a useless piece of paper? I got the basics. I got the. I guess the preferable term is like I'm not like a wizard or a alchemist. I guess they said magus. I'm more in tune with the magical vibes of the universe.
I suppose some people have inherent talents, but be careful with it.
Yeah, I just man the bar, I'm Discretion, but I guess you can call my actual name, which is Slither Scale, which never really told anyone in this town before, but I let them call me Discretion so that they know that they can tell me anything and be sure that I'd never misuse that information,
A dragon that cleans the bar. I'm pretty sure that would have made headlines somewhere in the city.
Well,
So
I've been in
you're-
a couple headlines, but never for bartending. But we'll leave that for another time.
Ooh, if anybody would like to recall such headlines, give me a society check, hidden. All right. So stack the deck. You remember the name now. And it was in relation to a vigilante who was operating out within Alkenstar. I think maybe what years ago?
It
Yeah,
ended
yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah. The rest of you do not recall such things.
Oh, you were that vigilante, yeah?
I'm a
You do
barmaid.
You do good work. But what leads a whole dragon to, give up a life of, dragoning to, serve us mere mortals at a bar?
Well, Manor Waste don't have great neighbors. It's wizards to the north, liches to the south. All of them kind of like to use, dragon bits in their magic. It's not safe out here. Learned that the hard way. Just me now.
It's not exact-
No relatives? No big dragon uncle we should be aware of?
I don't know. It was very chaotic. They could still be out there, or they could be part of some Geb Flesh Hulk.
Ooh.
Hopefully, they're still out there, somewhere.
As if to accentuate that, off in the distant night of the Manor Waste, you hear the screams of horrible mutants.
Yeah. Safer in Alkenstar, but you can forget trying to change it for the better. That's it. The city doesn't change, just the movers and shakers change their names. There's one thing left: revenge.
Revenge.
I can understand that. That is a emotion I am recently been feeling. How about you, Miss? What's your deal? Looking
This is
at
Miss
the
Kendall?
Me?
Miss, I guess, looking at the elderly one.
Well, I'm Ketrin. I run the orphanage down Ferris Quarterway. But you are all welcome to call me Reverend Mother, and I glare. Miss Phoebe, I don't hold with your establishment. I've had to drag more than a few of my children out of there by their ears, but although I'm sure it'll cost us, I do appreciate you coming out here, so I thank you for that. And I'll look around at everybody and I'll say, that's, I think, all you need to know about me, so we should head on out.
She says, so, if that's the case, then let me lay it on you. What we got cooking. And technically we're at time, but we did have session 0 at the beginning. If you guys want to go a little bit longer, she could give you kind of the lead in for what's next session. Does that work for everybody, or?
Yeah, right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Before
Okay.
she dives into it, I pull out a vial and I chug it.
Okay.
Try to do so subtly.
Okay.
It's basically a liar's elixir. I can detect lies more easily when I've consumed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just track it in your inventory. All right. So on the way back, she explains to you that Ambrose Muglin, that little greedy cocksucker, has pushed the people of Alkenstar around for too long, and she has decided that enough is enough. She has come by through her and her wife's successful business a little nest egg, and she uses it to keep informed about the goings-on in the city. She would very much like to put a team together, a team of people properly motivated to teach Mugland and Lovelace a lesson and put an end to their schemes. However, dealing with someone that wealthy and that rich and that influential, her little nest egg is not going to be enough. You're going to need funds. And so she proposes that you guys go and rob a bank. This bank is the Gold Tank Reserve, and it is owned by Ambrose Muglin, and it is used by criminal elements to launder their money, essentially. And so as you guys are riding back to town, she explains the situation there, and she says, all right, here's the game. Ambrose Muglin has a decent portion of his funds invested in an old bank called the Gold Tank Reserve. It's a rundown Temple of Abadar in Ironside Quarter that's mostly used by ranchers and crooked politicians. I happen to know that they've sent half their clockwork handlers out for maintenance, and those handlers won't be back until, well, counting for our travel time, you getting a little bit of rest. Let me see, where does that put us for time? We should be back late Saturday, get some sleep, and then Sunday afternoon around 5 p.m., them handlers are supposed to be returned to service. As you all know, Clockwork Handler is not to be trifled with. It's one of the premier Guardian automatons, and no slouch when it comes to combat and restraining and detecting intruders. However, they're down to a bare-bones skeleton crew as they get the maintenance taken care of. So all you gotta do, right, is bust up a few clockworks that are remaining, get a hold of the vault key from the bank manager, get that vault open, fill the stack with gold. Once you're done inside the bank, you're gonna run out the back. Nearby is an old scrapyard that leads to the sewer system. You could use that to travel back to my bar undetected. Muglin's got a few crooked shield marshals on the payroll, including Lovelace, and if any of the alarms are sounded at the bank, they're sure to come a-running. So, just keep it in mind. You get in, you get the money, you sneak out the back through the scrapyard. For this operation, I'm willing to give you 10% each. I'll keep the other 50% to fund our information gathering and prepare for the next hit against
Now,
them.
not to be improper, but what if we just left? I mean, we are robbing a bank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
She smiles at you in the dark, and the moon kind of lights up her gap-toothed smile, and she says, well, you were managing so well on your own. Sure you'd manage just fine with however much you convince the others to give you. But I'm offering you something a bit more organized and stable than just running around with a sack of money. According to Boomer, money ain't even an issue for you, except the fact that your accounts are all frozen, being a criminal and whatnot.
then, yeah, he kind of, tips his hat down, like covering his face. He's being got. Well, I do see your point. Just, seems that 50% is a steep take for, organizing.
Well, I'm also going to be providing y'all with disguises so that you can come and go as you please in the city of Alkenstar without being readily identified with your wanted posters. I'm giving you a safe house to be hidden away from the guards, rest in your weary heads between missions, and I'm giving you some direction, some purpose, some contacts.
Miss Dunsmith, was it?
Yes, it was, Vulture.
I'm on board. If this is to take a knife into Mugland, then you didn't have to say anything else.
Yeah, you're wise. It can't just go at him head on. Not when he's got the law on his side. You gotta hit him where it hurts. We gotta slowly work up to it. This is the first step.
Muglin took everything from me. I'd be more than happy to return the favor.
All right.
If it
She-
leaves
Yeah?
Loveless with a bullet in her gut, then I would view that as just payment.
She nods. Then she looks at you, Ketrin, and she says, what them two doing to your boy? Well, it ain't right.
No, it ain't.
If we can expose them for the villains they are, we could bring them down. Your boy don't have to be running around the city in the shadows and hiding no more. And also,
No.
I know your girl trying her best to run the place without you, but, well, Muglin's viewing this as an opportunity to go in and muscle her and them orphans right out of that building. He's been eyeing it for a casino for quite a while.
And I'm sure he'll put all those children right to work in it.
There are no labor laws about child labor, so I'm pretty sure he's got plans for them.
Really is scum.
All right. Well, that money could probably put a new roof on that building, too. We lost a few kids to the influenza this year. All right, ma'am. We'll do it.
All right.
So,
Well.
I know how you know me, but how do you know everything about everyone else? It's just, it feels just a little... I mean, I know you're good people, but it just feels a little sinister.
Oh, it's definitely sinister. I keep a close eye on everyone. I told you, I got a little information network set up. You thought you was the only one using my bar to get information? Please. I'm just at a point where I've been pushed too far, and I can't watch my friends and neighbors sold into shackles by that unscrupulous little cocksucker and his, well, I don't want to sully my tongue with the words that I have for that particular deputy.
The bullets.
It ends.
The Bullets and Bolts Emporium was Sydney's business, so I think she may have had a few deals with you.
Yes. Yes, and she also refused a buyout from Muglin, which is probably where all her troubles, and yours, started. Now, I'm going to take you all back to my place. You're going to hide inside one of the two wagons until we get there, and then we're going to, under the cover of early morning haze, we're going to get you in there and going to put you in one of my secret suites. You're going to get some rest. When you wake up, you're going to have an early dinner and a late breakfast. I got some hats of disguise. You see a little asterisk in the hats of disguise? Discounted, so, they still work. You're going to go ahead and use them when you're traveling around the city because, like I said, your beautiful mugs are all over the place. Now, how you handle the bank is up to you. I'm actually curious to see how you all get along and do business together. But I will give you my opinion You're going to need some sleep after this ordeal. When you wake, you'll have about 24 hours before them robots get returned. You might want to use that time to case the bank. You might want to rob it at night. But you are going to need a key into that vault because I don't think any of you is qualified to get through it. Where can you get the key? From the bank manager. Whether you get it from her at home or you wait till the middle of the day for an old-fashioned stick-up is up to you. Now, there is an assistant bank manager. He might be a weak link. Man's name is Byron, and he is a tragic substance abuse addict. Could always try to track him down off hours, see if information you can get out of him. Or there could be any number of ways that you go about this. And again, I'm going to professionally respect you enough to let you figure it out for yourselves. Because not every fish can climb a tree. Not every monkey can swim to the bottom of the ocean.
Bella thinks on this and uses an action to do quick alchemy, and then she pulls out of her pouch a joint made of flea leaf, which is an illicit substance, and smokes it as she thinks on the matter.
All right. So that's sort of the setup for this heist. You guys will have discount hats of disguise. So when you use it for the day, it will randomly generate a disguise for you. All of them are passable cowboys. They're all passable cowboys. So you just kind of have to live with whatever you have for the day. Man, woman, different heritage, different species, whatever. But you won't look like yourselves. That's the important part. You would also have access to Saturday's newspaper, which I can give you real quick. Let's see. Okay. I thought I already had this one loaded in. Give me a sec. And then this will give you the whisper sheet information, which since you do have a spellcaster, you would definitely want to be aware of how this is going to work and what impact it might have on the spellcasting that you try to do. So let me grab that newspaper real quick. Also, there is a festival, the Goblin Flea Market. It is a celebration of goblin culture, and it is pretty rowdy. And there will be fireworks going off all day Sunday. And so that would cover the sounds of gun violence pretty well. So let me share this with you guys. There we go. All right. It also details the demonstration of a new explosive compound that happened at Alkenstar Academy. A guy named Vashon Gattleby was showing off a new invention, and it violently exploded. Fortunately, with the precautions that the college uses, none of the attendees were killed, but some were injured, and it was pretty scandalous.
When Bella hears that name, Vishon Gattleby, she spits on the ground in front of her, and when she hears that the demonstration went awry, there's just kind of a smirk on her face.
Oh, you know something about this explosion here at the school?
That man is a worm and a wretch. Yeah, just someone who will try to be your friend one minute and stab you in the back the next.
I mean, that sounds like everybody, but
yeah,
that's most of Alkenstar.
Yeah. So, anything more specific, or just you just don't like?
He's an inventor and well esteemed amongst the Blathia circles, and he's wandering around claiming the rights to an invention that he certainly did not create.
Well, who made it?
She kind of just gives you a knowing look, like, do you really need to ask that question?
Oh, he stole your invention. Well, that's quite unfortunate. Can you make it again, though? Explosives sound fun.
I hadn't finished my work. I just barely
Yeah,
discovered the catalyst when they shut me down and took all my findings.
Yeah, no keen mind to float these nerds through their troubled times. Without your notes, it would be extremely dangerous to try making it again. When you think back to all of the near-death experiences you had developing it.
Well, I'm sure Boomer could help you out. He knows something about things go boom.
Oh, I mean, Boomer would call over and say, "Yeah, I mean, I'm down, but there's a time and a place."
This isn't like any explosive you've seen before.
I've been following this story pretty closely. This might be the most powerful explosive ever invented.
I was within reach of that goal, but that Ambrose Muglin just wouldn't let it be.
Let me guess. He came and offered you a deal, and you said no?
Why would I give him my life's work? Fucking little rat. Just wants everything for himself. And I'm sure Veshan was rewarded handsomely for betraying me.
So, other things of interest in the newspaper. You might notice this ad for Star Cola, which is owned by Star Enterprises, which also makes the newspaper, which is also owned by the Temple of Abadar. Just no monopoly on the press or anything like that. So anyways, the reason that there's an ad for soda in Alkenstar, as you guys know if you watched the lore video, they're not really into alcohol because everybody here likes to be on uppers all the time. So caffeinated drinks like coffee, tea, and soda are more popular than alcohol, and we're talking like Coca-Cola with the cocaine still in it, kind of deal. Now, the thing below that, the whisper sheets, this is on every newspaper, and it tells you a 48-hour span of magical weather and mundane weather. So it's 2-hour blocks. So where you see SG, that is surge time. During surge time, there's 20% more likely that there will be a wild surge. During BZ, bronze time, there is a 20% less chance of there being a wild surge. So you definitely want to kind of plan around that if you are intending to use magic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Mhm.
Also worth mentioning, the different parts of the city have higher or lower chances of causing surges. So Smoke Side, which is where you guys will be operating out of, there's only a base 15% chance. And then in insulated areas, which you'll know if it's an insulated area or not, there's only a 5% chance of there being a wild surge. Sky Side is a 25% chance, and then you just got done with the waste where it is a 50% chance. So those base values get modified by +0, +4, or -4, depending on bronze time, surge time, or just normal time. And that's what the dash is, just normal time. So kind of keep that in mind as you are planning things out. All right. With that, I think you guys are well equipped to discuss this during the week, and we will pick things up next week at the saloon. You guys will be in like a secret meeting room where you are sort of planning your heist and eating your late breakfast, early dinner, trying to figure out what to do for this heist with the 24 hours that you have available.
I'll go back to like elf form in the cart on the way back because I can't really be a dragon like in town.
Fair. Okay.
I'm gonna remove the first of many sets of ordinary clothes from my inventory.
All right. So I'll return you to the dashboard for now. You guys have the meat now laid out before you of the new adventure. You hopefully are suitably motivated to want to take down Loveless and Mugland. And you got to experience the 3-action economy without getting constantly shot at. So that was good. So as we come to the close of the first session, any questions?
Not so much a question.
Mhm.
Just a real quick issue. I appear to have 2 subclasses
Oh, really? Okay.
on my sheet. I'm not opposed to that if you want to let me have 2 subclasses, but
Let's see.
uh,
Which 2 do you have?
it under feats it says I am both a redeemer and a paladin.
Oh, my bad. I didn't check which one you were, and when I was importing, it was like, what are they? And I was like, I don't know, Redeemer. Yeah. All right. So I've deleted
Okay.
that for you, so you should be good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other questions?
One more. Part of
Mhm.
my like build per se is a like I throw cards that explode into spells and or daggers. Does the magical surge happen when I like throw it, or when like the spell like detonates at its like location?
Ooh, that's a great question. Mechanically, does it say that the card is what is casting the spell?
Yeah, it's like through like spell strike. I'll post it,
Okay.
and then
Let's see. You channel a spell into a punch or sword, thus to deliver a combined attack. You cast a spell that takes 1 or 2 actions to cast and requires a spell attack roll. The effects of the spell don't occur immediately. Yes, so it would be impact. Now, we would have to track for misses because if the spell still happens on a miss, we just need to, kind of get a rough sense of where it went off. But yeah.
Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to know. It's like it wouldn't like the card wouldn't just blow up in my hand or.
And also, is it just that? Is it spell slots that trigger it, or focus spells, cantrips? What's with that?
So it's all for this. It is actually all spells have a chance of causing it. That's why like every spellcaster that they know about is like has to register. Yeah, it's on the registry, and people that aren't on the registry are essentially outlaws. You would have essentially papers that you would need to show if you were caught using magic. You're already deep into crime at this point, but if you're using like the How to Disguise and you use magic, you might be approached by someone, and they might demand to see your papers to justify recasting spells. Keep in mind, these things can like get real deadly real fast, so that is why this campaign setting is the way it is, because Golarion is a very high magic world, and so for a place like this to develop and exist, magic had to be really broken for them to abandon magic and try to find another way. So it is very, very dangerous. That's why their whole society is built around not using magic or using magic responsibly.
Oh yeah, that was kind of why I was like, oh, I could throw spells, so at least they're not on. No, that was like the whole reason I was like.
Well, and I will say that sometimes the wild surges are beneficial. They're not all like you instantly die. I mean, it's random. It's completely random. So there's pros and cons to having the casting be further away from you, essentially. But you'll kind of find that out as you go. So, all right. Any other questions before we adjourn?
No, I'm just terrified seeing Loveless roll the 8, get a 30.
Yeah. So obviously this isn't like Skyrim. I'm not gonna like scale down things to your levels. So like maybe this makes me a terrible Pathfinder DM, but yeah, if you guys were like sandbox mode, we're gonna track them down and fucking kill them next session. Well, now you have a little glimpse that maybe you want to go get strong first. Maybe because it could be real bad. Could be real bad.
That would have been a crit on me, and that would have been it.
Yeah. So, these bad guys, they are the bad guys of the campaign. Loveless and Mugland. They are very strong. So not only are you gonna want to, as Phoebe was saying, ease into it, because you don't want to go off half-cocked. You want to ease into it because mechanically, video game, you need to level up, or you will probably never hit them in combat, and you will die in the first round. So yeah.
We don't want an APL plus 12 fight.
I have heard that is called a severe. No, wait, it's probably something worse than that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Severe. Is that the highest it goes to?
Nah, it's a bit extreme, but
Yeah, be extreme. I think it would just be pointless. Would be the actual.
Yeah, okay, that's a better
Yeah.
descriptor.
Yeah. So that scene was meant to kind of give you an idea of what you're up against. As written, the campaign just starts with this lady having gathered you guys up and said, like, you're in my suicide squad now. But I felt that a closer connection to the bad guys was needed as sort of a good motivator and to kind of put a face onto the people that you are dealing with. So that is why we had that sort of introductory scene. Also, an opportunity to kind of get used to the system without, dying to a gun critical hit in the first session. So now you guys should be set to plan your heist and carry it out. And I think this is a really good team building exercise. Some people think that starting with a heist at the very beginning of the campaign is sort of slow, but we had this like kind of session 0 exciting encounter to start, and now there's this great opportunity for you guys to learn about each other, and your different ideas for approaching this could kind of help you guys explore your play styles and how the characters would think and interact with each other. So I'm excited to see where things go with this. But you don't have to limit your plotting and planning just to our sessions. So if you, now with the information you have, want to do that on the server, that's on Discord, that's totally okay too. We'll just kind of do a recap next week if you guys have made a lot of plans and be like, oh, so you guys have this and this that you're going to try to do, sort of thing. So
the mysterious items are gone, right?
Yes, but you can, if you feel like it, you may select a item of level 4 or less, and or you could select one and reskin it. Just message me what it is, and I'll figure out which of the bad guys decided to keep it for themselves, and I will add it to their inventory. Because they definitely split up your guys' loot when they locked you guys up. So, if you don't care what it is, I'll just pick out something that is appropriate for your character class of that level, and you could be surprised. But it's up to you. If you don't have time to look through the catalog of magical items either, you could just say, "I'm thinking something like this," and then I'll pick out something like that for you. All right, cool. So quick announcements. We're gonna play some Baldur's Gate 3 this afternoon. I'm running Curse of Strahd Classics night, but that doesn't get streamed. We've got Curse of Strahd Daybreak tomorrow morning. We've got some more Baldur's Gate tomorrow afternoon. We got Mythic Odyssey tomorrow night. Monday, your sister game is gonna have their second session, and then Tuesday, Abomination Vaults is back on. Wednesday, we've got more Baldur's Gate. Everything's Baldur's Gate. Everything. Thursday, we got Curse of Strahd Nightfall. I don't think I've got anything going on Friday. Maybe a vodcast. We will see. Saturday, we'll be back here. So does anybody else have any announcements before we adjourn?
Rhyme of the Frostbane with Orpheus on Fridays. Like that.
Right. Sounds good. Okay. Then I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you had a lot of fun. If you were like, wow, Pathfinder, we spent all that time just escaping from a wagon, I don't think this is for me. You could message me. Maybe don't tell me right now because I'm feeling pretty good about myself. But you could message me and be like, Crash, this sucks, and I'll understand. But I promise that some aspects of this can feel a bit tedious, but again, once you start to get a feel for it, things do start to move. I've played 30 weeks of Abomination Vaults. Some sessions we get through like 6 encounters. Like it really does start to move quick once everybody knows what they're doing, knows how things work, that sort of thing. So All right.
Ooh, I forgot.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. It was a great
Mhm.
session.
Yeah.
In the vein of Carsophona, if you have any fanspos, please donate them to High
Oh, I should explain how the fanspos work. So if a person does not have any hero points, you guys could burn one of your fanspos to immediately give them a hero point. Which that would then also allow them to draw a new hero point card. But they must have no hero points currently to benefit from it. Also, keep in mind that hero points can literally auto-stabilize you if you're dying. So, as fun as it is to reroll bad rolls, if you find yourselves in a combat-heavy session and things are critically hitting with guns, you may want to hold on to a few, because that could be the way that we all live through this campaign. Is fanspirations. So fanspos could be very important for a Pathfinder game with guns, and that is all I'm going to say about the topic. But that is how they will work in this.
I'm just Birdman meme over here, rubbing my hands together because I have a couple stacked up. So I'm gonna spend them when I can.
All right, and I'll get the fanspo robots imported by next session also.
Oh yeah, that's
So.
what I was gonna ask.
All right, enjoy your Saturday, everybody. And thanks so much. It was fun. I appreciate everybody's patience as we kind of start the campaign and kind of dig into the system a bit.
Thank you for running.
Great, yeah,
Forward
it's
to
great.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
no,
fun.
I think very fun.
And thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.